at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, have to be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight, gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezes till I suffocate. Better change my mindset, meditate. It's pretty cool that I'm alive and have better days. I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate. Think I could change my mind, maybe elevate. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. I'm kinda stuck between a rock and a hard place. Do I work hard or live at my pace? You're only young once, yeah that's all great, but I also want a future where I'm okay. Living life is doing lots of cocaine. Wait no, it's living with no shame. Wait no, it's sleeping in on Sundays. I guess it's different for each of us and that's okay. Well I just wanna be happy, how to get there? Glad that you asked me. I think it's different for everyone. Some of us need work, others need fun. Some of us need purpose to overcome. But try to do what you love when it's said and done. Cause there's so many differences in each of us. Trust your gut, it can show you what you want. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing.
I'm not. State Natural Championships here in beautiful Altamonte Springs, Florida. We are kicking things off today on Saturday here with our amateur show, and what you're seeing on stage is the Novice Women's Physique category. And for competitor number 91, Katie here, she looks so good that she scared everybody else away from showing up to compete against her. So what you see Katie doing on stage here is just running through the symmetry round of her quarter turns for all of her posing, and she's being put through the paces by the head judge here so that all the judges can create an accurate analysis of her physique. So as you see different classes come on stage later today, you're going to see different levels of posing, different types of posing depending on the category for the particular class, and the head judge will put them through these poses so that all the competitors can be accurately compared with one another. So again, for Katie here, yeah, this is an interesting moment for a competitor when you're the only one on stage by yourself. So this can be a bit of a nerve shaker sometimes, but since you don't have anybody standing next to you, it's kind of like your own little spotlight. You get to have the stage all to yourself, which really makes for some awesome professional photos. You see we have a beautiful backdrop here today with the palm trees and the banner. Awesome stage lights coming from down. So Katie's going to get some phenomenal stage photos from these here. And even when there's nobody on stage with you, this is still your moment to shine. This is your time to get in front of the judges and time to show them what it's all about. So sometimes you'll see competitors come out multiple times in 2 different classes and 2 different categories. So this is Katie's chance here to really make a good impression for the judges, also for future shows as well. You know, these judges travel from show to show. So if they see that Katie makes a great impression right here and then they see her down the road maybe at a show a couple months later, you know, you're really going to create a lasting impression if you can put on a good show for them, even if you're on stage just by yourself. So any stage experience is something to be taken seriously here. And as you see, we're going through different camera angles here. You know, when you get straight on, that is as close to the judge's angle as you can get. So we do have several cameras on the judge's table today for you to really be able to see everything that we have going on.
Next class is going to be Novice.
Okay, so now we're moving into our Novice Classic Physique, and I am being joined to my right by the GBO man himself, Mr. Todd Rogers. Sorry to put you on the spot there, Todd, but how you doing today?
Man, I'm doing good, Joe. How about yourself, brother?
I am feeling great. We got our Novice Classic Physique guys on stage right now. And as I was explaining with the previous class, so each class has very specific posing that they're going to go through for the class, and the head judge puts them through those paces. So what you're going to see with Classic Physique first is what's referred to as the symmetry round. So they're going to go through a set of quarter turns where the judges are going to analyze their physique from top to bottom, left to right, to analyze the true symmetry of the physique, hence the name of the round. And then they're going to move into what's called the muscularity round, where they're going to go into more of the standard poses that you would see on the magazines, you know, your double biceps and, you know, your really big flexing poses, things like that. So with this symmetry round, again, we're looking at symmetry from top to bottom, left to right, and then they may move some competitors around just to make some accurate comparisons. All the movements that you might see on stage today are just so that judges on the left and judges on the right can get an accurate look at each physique and compare different physiques with one another. So what do you see as they first come out here, Todd? What are we really looking for?
Physique. You want to make sure that the physique is balanced. You know, a lot of times you might, especially in the men's category, you'll see guys who are top heavy, you know, so that throws their physique out. They didn't develop the legs enough. They haven't put in that type of work. So then that's where you get a imbalance in their physique, and that's basically what the judges are looking for. These are some of the things in the critique that we may have to even tell these athletes and let them know, hey, we need you to bring your legs up some more, or, you know, put in a little more muscle up on the upper part of your body. These are all the part of the things when it comes down to looking at symmetry. Left to right, top to bottom, and as you see, we're now in a back pose, front to back. You know, it has to be a balanced physique. complete.
Absolutely. That's very well said here. And one interesting distinction I want to talk about with this classic physique category, you'll see slight differences in the shorts between these gentlemen here. So some of them have the more, I'll call it maybe pro-shaped cut where it kind of comes up higher on the leg. And some of them are wearing more of a compression type short. Now, me personally, as a classic physique competitor myself, I prefer more of the pro cut where it angles up the leg so you can see more of the hamstrings and the lines up the quad. And here they move into that front double biceps pose here. They say the classic physique is really about that front double bicep shot.
Oh yeah,
that's the money shot for classic physique. So a lot of stock is put into that pose there.
And just going back to the shorts, when you think about classic physique, you think about all the classic bodybuilders from golden era where you had like the Arnolds and the Zanes and things like that. Those are the shorts that they would wear. Now the boxer like biking shorts, I'm not really a fan of that. I think that it takes away from the physique, so.
I agree, yes. As a personal preference in my view as well, I have to agree with you there. I think it shows off more development of the upper quads, and you'll see when the competitors turn to their side shots and their rear shots, you're going to see more development to the hamstrings and the glutes. And the rounded shorts just create a little bit better taper, so I do think it just highlights the physique better. Yeah. So all of those little things that go into stage presentation, it's not just the body you build on stage. The tan plays a role into it. You see all the competitors sprayed pretty dark because we have really bright lights on these stages here. And if you're not sprayed super dark as far as your tan goes, the light's not going to hit you properly, and it's going to actually blur some of your physique. So the tan has to be on point. Your shorts have to be on point. When you see with different female categories later, they get to have a little bit more, I say, play in terms of color of their suit, different kind of gems they put on their suits. So you will see that all that sort of comes into play when you're analyzing a complete stage package. Obviously, it is a bodybuilding competition at the end of the day, and the physique is the most important thing. But when you're splitting hairs and trying to find differences between the competitors here, we do look at those small details that factor into stage presentation.
Definitely. And 34, not taking nothing away from him, I think he has a great physique. But I really believe that the choice of shorts that he actually selected is taken away from his overall appearance.
Absolutely, I think it hides some of the things he may have that we can't see there. We can't see the full, they call it the hamstring glute tie-in with these back poses here, where the hamstrings meet the glutes and create that real shape to the physique. And you can really tell if an athlete is conditioned. When we say conditioned, we mean level of leanness and the amount of body fat that they have. So we're unable to see that if the shorts are covering that. So again, like Todd said, nothing to take away from competitor number 34. Now they're coming back around to the front here. Judges are making their analyses here. Again, they're looking left to right. Might see some more guys moved around. Yep, here we go. We're going to do some more shifting around. Again, this is just to compare different competitors with one another. You have judges all the way across the table here. So you have judges to the left, judges to the right. I believe we have 7 or 9 judges today. They're kind of blocked by our view here, but we do have a lot of judges at the judges table. And it's a long table, so a judge on the all the way left side might not be able to see a particular competitor that's all the way on the right side of the stage. So they're going to move guys around constantly, not necessarily to determine placing, but just so that each judge can get an accurate look at each competitor. They're putting them through their paces again here.
I'm here. I'm just being really, really quiet.
Oh, and joined to my left, we have the ringleader of the whole operation, Miss Sammy Jo herself.
So this is, I was running around. We're on Novice Classic. Is that what we're on?
That is correct. Novice Classic Physique.
All right.
So we've gone through quite a bit of comparison here already.
So number 28, he's funny. He actually said, I started lifting for the girls, but now it's become a sport, a lifestyle. Bodybuilding is my future. I love that.
I love that as well. That's such a funny meme in the fitness industry that all the young guys start to lift to get the attention of the ladies.
Right.
And then you know what starts to happen? You get more attention from the guys at your gym. They say, oh man, when did you get so big? When are you competing? So you actually generate more interest from your buddies and everything like that. But it's one of those funny memes that just comes about in the fitness industry.
Yes. All right. And then number 36. Is he out there? I don't
30.
think I don't see him out
No,
there.
I don't see number 36 here.
51.
Yeah, we're missing Philip. We're missing number 51, Jamie, as well.
Okay.
I did connect with Jamie on Instagram prior to the show. I'm surprised to not see him up here.
Is he doing the open class or novice?
We will have to see. So we're watching novice currently, and just for the viewers at home that you might not understand, what's the distinction between novice and open? Novice just means they've never placed first in a class in any point in their competitive career. Open can be anybody, because open does potentially qualify for professional status, which we're going to see the professionals compete tomorrow. So this is the full amateur show. But again, novice just means they've never won first place in a category here within this organization.
All right.
So we may see those competitors pop up later in the open. We did have an early start today, so I'm hopeful that they didn't miss the time slot.
Right.
Number 97 is actually from New York. He's on Team Rare Breed.
Yeah, Mr. I'll be there. I did see him compete a couple weeks prior to another show up in New Jersey, and now he's down here in Florida. So it's really cool to see competitors get to travel in different states. You know, this with bodybuilding competition, there's shows all across the country, so it can really make for a great opportunity to travel.
He looks good also.
He looks phenomenal.
Yes, he does.
And he will be out in men's physique later as well, Albie. So we will get to see him later, which is really cool.
Nice.
And it's going to be cool to see competitors in different categories as well. You know, competitors are allowed to cross over between two different categories, and then it's interesting to see where their competitive career takes them. So you might see them come out in different trunks later on, but we're going to analyze their physiques across different categories, and then eventually what I like to think is that everybody starts to find their way once they compete and get enough experience. They'll find their class, because after the show is over, you'll get judges' feedback, and you'll be able to sort of find out which class the judges like you in the most and which category you like the most. You know, if you're unsure as a first-time competitor or a new competitor, try multiple categories. See what you like. See what makes you feel comfortable. Because I always think that people should go where they feel comfortable and where they like the most, even if their body may fit a certain class better. You know, you're spending a lot of money with this sport. It's a lot of time, a lot of effort. You want to have fun with it at the end of the day.
Definitely want to have fun. You know, criteria is criteria. You know, you have to make sure that you stick with that. But at the same time, this is all about having fun. If you're not having fun, then why are you doing it? You know, so you definitely want to make sure that this is the time during your novice stage, during your amateur stage, to find out where you fit in.
It works so hard. Some of them are hungry.
All right, I saw one gentleman pop up in our YouTube chat. How you doing there, Ron? Thanks for tuning into the live feed here. Yeah, if you have any comments about anything, please leave them. If you have any questions about anything that you see, leave comments on the live chat here. Be happy to answer any questions to make sure we're clearing things up. You know, we want to make sure that the main point of this live stream here is to educate and entertain the casual fan. You know, so all of us niche bodybuilders kind of know what we're looking at when we look on stage, but we want to make sure that you viewers at home that may not be around the sport as much as we are understand what you're looking at, understand why judges are making the calls they're making, understand the differences between the classes, and get to learn a little something and be entertained along the way. So we want to make sure that you guys are armed with, you know, all the information that you need to be. All right, we got a little delay as far as which class is coming on. I think they're correcting the stage lighting just a little bit here. They've darkened up the sides and made the stage itself brighter, which is going to... Oh, nope, here come the lights again.
Yeah, they're bringing them back.
Yeah, they're adjusting some lights here. Oh, I see why we were waiting. So one of the competitors that was in Novice Classic Physique, Albie, I just previously mentioned, he's now in Novice Men's Physique. Yeah. So they were just waiting for him to change his shorts and get ready here. So now we have 6 guys for Novice Men's Physique. Now you see with Men's Physique, they are out in board shorts. I think we're seeing another repeat competitor as well. Number 28, Jose Camara.
Yes.
Mr. I lift to get the ladies' attention there. And look at him standing there. He's cheesing. He's smiling.
Yeah,
so Men's Physique, Todd, they come out in the board shorts, right? So it's a different category. You're not showing the legs as much. This is, I would refer to, I know you guys at the GBO kind of refer to it as beach body as far as the category goes. I think that's the perfect way to describe this. This is the beach body, men's fitness cover model type class. This is the guy you want on the jug of your protein or your pre-workout to sell it to the general public. You know, this is all about that cool charisma you know, these guys are flexing on stage, but you don't want to look like you're flexing too hard in men's physique. This should look really natural, really comfortable.
Smooth. It should be smooth, you know. I hate that I always say it, but, you know, Showtime, he put it down last year, man.
Exactly.
You know, and that's exactly how you have to do it. You have to get on stage. You have to put on a show. You got to, you know, show your smoothness, show your elegance. You know, this is what it's all about. It's not about the hard flexing and all that. These guys are smooth, man. The transitions are smooth. The transitions, when they go from pose to pose, they putting on these amazing silhouettes. You know, so yeah, this is the class. In the GDO, we call it the bad boys class.
The bad boys, I like that. Bad boys, what you gonna do when they come for you? And these men's physique guys, I will say they always get, you know, as far as the men's categories goes, this one gets the most amount of crowd arousal sometimes because again, these are your fitness models, your cover models type deal. This is the one that maybe would resonate the most with the general public, is like, I want to look like that guy.
Exactly, and it's obtainable, you know. So when you're sitting out in the audience, you're looking up here and you see these guys, you say, hey, I can do that. I can be that way. I can get in the gym. But a lot of times when you see the big mass monsters and stuff like that, there's no way I could actually get that way. But the average Joe see these guys and say, hey, I can get in the gym and I probably can get on the stage and do the same thing they're doing.
Absolutely. It's very interesting that you say that because a lot of competitors, and myself included, start out in men's physique, which is the name of this category. And then as they start to continue to train, sometimes their bodies then morph. You know, as mine did now, my preferred category is the classic bodybuilding, which we just saw. But a lot of competitors, as they continue to put on muscle and, you know, maybe their legs are a dominant feature, they don't want to, you know, cover up the legs. So if you know, I know a lot of guys that do men's physique too that maybe have, you know, previous knee injuries or something, and they can't train their legs as hard as their upper body. So it's not a, you know, a lot of times men's physique gets flack because they don't show their legs. And it's not that these guys don't have legs or don't train legs. It's just that their physiques are better suited for this category. For you know, a board short type category. And I know a lot of guys with, you know, lower back injuries or knee injuries that choose men's physique because they can't do barbell squats, they can't do deadlifts, they can't do hard leg compound exercises due to previous injuries. But now this still gives them a place to compete because they can still train upper body as hard as ever.
Right.
And you see with the men's physique posing, there is no hard flexing, as Todd mentioned. It's just 4 quarter turns. And again, we're looking for nice poise, nice symmetry, wide shoulders down to a small waist here. We're looking for, you know, good abdominal separation.
Yeah, shoulder to shoulder waist ratio, you know, giving a great V taper.
Yes, the V taper, very important in this category. Important in all your categories, but I would say it's more highlighted in men's physique because you don't have the lower body to show here.
Exactly.
Oh, now we're switching competitors back here. So we're doing some movement again. Again, this is just to compare competitors with one another.
Number 34, speaking basically number 95.
Just so different judges can see things, put different guys next to each other. Oftentimes, it's hard to compare people unless they are standing right next to each other. So even though guys might be on the stage to the left, to the right, if they're separated by 3 or 4 guys in between them and you want to see them accurately compared, you have to stand them next to each other.
Definitely.
Now we're doing some more movement here.
Like you said, Joe, you're trying to move them around so the judging panel on the other side have a very good, can evaluate those physiques on the other end. Because when you're sitting at that judge's table, it's kind of hard for you to see all the way to the other end and really determine what that guy actually looks like. So that's why the head judge, having a good head judge is important, so they can move them around so that all the judges have an opportunity to evaluate the physiques.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more there.
I want to say thank you to Joe and Todd. You guys are doing awesome. And you guys watching, if you have any comments or questions, drop them. We're watching that live chat.
Absolutely. We did get a comment from, I'll give him a shout out there, Lone Wolf Nation 89, that we are an inspiration to make him want to get started. And that's really the thing behind bodybuilding. You know, even if it's something where you never step on stage, you know, all these people that you're going to see on stage coming today, this is not a full-time job. This is I don't even want to call it a hobby because it's more serious than that, but it is not something where, you know, these athletes are getting paid to stand on stage. You know, all these people that you see up here have careers, they have lives, spouses, kids, everything else going on. And this is a part of their lifestyle. And this is all of our lifestyles because we want to do it and we desire to do it. So when you see a competitor on stage and you think, oh, I could never do something like that, you know, this is just taking it maybe to a little bit greater extreme because, you know, we're dieting down for a competition, but all the principles still remain the same. We still go to the gym, train hard, we eat healthy, prioritizing nutrition, you know, and we just take things a little bit further by getting a little bit leaner than the average folk, slapping on some tan and getting on stage. So this really is something that can be incorporated into your lifestyle. Even when, you know, you see competitors that, you know, used to compete or things like that, yeah, they maintain that healthy lifestyle for the rest of their lives. So this really is a sport of longevity. You know, when you think about natural bodybuilding, it's something that's done naturally just through the use of training and food. Go ahead.
I'm going to add a little bit of personal note here for these guys. So we got, this is number 28. That's Jose, and he Wait, we are...
Yeah, we're on Novice Men's Physique now. Yeah, we see a couple repeats. Yeah.
We do. So Toby's actually from Georgia. I think he's up there. Yep. Yeah, he was in Classic as well. That's number 34. So, I'm sorry, Toby's his mom. Sorry. That's Casey. Toby's actually his mom. They compete together.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And, you know, they've actually done a couples routine at one of the shows I went to. So not only today is she competing, Casey's competing, and his wife is competing for the first time.
Wow.
How cool is that?
That is incredible. I know what that feels like. I do know what that feels like.
You do know what that feels like.
Did a show last year with mom and the wife, so that can be sometimes a little stressful, but it's a beautiful family moment when you're all there together and you're all, you know, doing it together.
Yes,
really is something beautiful that you can share with family, because again, this sport does promote long-term health and longevity. So.
Number 95 is his second year competing. That's Marcus Bales. Wow, I really see them moving these guys around. And how about the lighting? Fantastic. Okay, so number 97 is another rare breed athlete from, no, he's the same one. Oh, a lot of them crossed over. Okay, so he's also an AMBF, and that's where you said you saw him up at Kent Beerley's show?
Yes, I saw him a couple weeks back at Kent Beerley's show in Asbury Park.
So he is really gunning for a pro card this season. Definitely, I get that sense. Did we have number 102 out there? Elijah McClendon there. No, this is his first time out.
You guys are awesome. Thanks for teaching.
Awesome. Okay.
And I do think he picked the right category as men's physique there. He almost looks like he's suited for the pro class tomorrow.
He does. He has a football background, and he's actually a director of sports over in Tampa at a facility over there. So you know that he's been in health, fitness, strength training probably for the majority of his life. And then number 1012, he was actually Marcus Harris was his coach. Sorry guys, I was busy doing camera stuff. I will try to keep you informed. Here we go. Bikini's up. I'll keep you informed on where these ladies are from, what they're all about, just so you can add a little, wow, these suits are amazing. A little personal note to this.
Absolutely. The suits do look amazing there. We mentioned that earlier when we were talking about the men's categories, that, when you get to the women's categories like bikini, you will see that they can pick different suit colors, different gems to really highlight their physiques. And all of that plays a role, again, into stage presentation as far as matching the suit to their hair color, down to the jewelry, the shoes. All of it comes into a complete physique package. So again, this is the bikini category. And when we say bikini, this is the, I guess, women's category comparable to what we just saw, which was men's physique, where it's board shorts versus bikini. So this is the women's version of that category. So again, should look like the cover model type deal here.
Yeah, that would be perfect. Sorry.
When we're looking at this category, that's all right. When we're looking at this category, we're looking at physique that is firm, toned, well-defined, not over-muscular, So this is basically what we get when we look at the bikini category or division.
Absolutely, Todd. We're looking for good balance to the physiques here.
All right.
We're looking for a good level of leanness, but again, not overly muscular with these physiques. And again, this is a bodybuilding division within these categories here. So we do want to see, some level of muscularity to these ladies. Now they're doing their stage walk just to, again, show the balance, poise, presentation. I always want to highlight with bikini, especially within the bodybuilding sense, that, you know, you can incorporate some level of style into your posing, some level of attitude and sass and things like that, but it's, you know, it's not a category that is overly sexualized and things like that.
Exactly.
This is a bodybuilding competition at the end of the day. We're analyzing the physique from top to bottom and head to toe. So a lot of people like to say that bikini is just a category about glutes, and it is not the case at all. We are analyzing the whole physique from top to bottom as it is complete.
I mean, all factors are in there, from symmetry, muscularity, conditioning, presentation. You can't have just one or two. You got to be a complete athlete. You have to be able to score in each one of these rounds, you know, and in doing so, that means that you have to actually bring that type of physique. I like number 71. I think she's part of the 2020 team 2020.
Which number was that?
71 there.
That'd be Anna Carey there. I think she's part of Marcus Harris's team
Marcus
2020 as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, she is. Oh, yes.
Yeah, this. I know the other day I was listening to Sammy and them, and they were saying how hard this is to judge this category, and it is, and it should be, you know. But we got to also understand that it is, as Joe said, bodybuilding. You know, there's no such thing as soft and bodybuilding. I don't think that should even be a part of the definition. So you got to, these women work out just as hard as the guys. They put in just as much work. You know, true enough, it's a level of conditioning, a level of leanness that we're looking at, you know, for every division, where we factor in vascularity, we factor in striation, we factor in the levels of muscle separation. So these are all factors that we look at when we're actually judging each category. But for this particular category, which is bikini, we want a tone, firm, well-defined physique.
So actually, number 71, her husband's competing, Malik Carey, and he has his own training. It's called Carey Permit Fitness, and he has like his own little thing going. So yeah, they are both here today. This is the second time I think they've competed together.
That's awesome.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
And both of their daughters are in the crowd. So how inspiring is that to have like their young daughters watching mom on stage?
I'm pretty sure even through my headphones here, I just heard "Go Mom" through the headphones.
Yeah.
I think if I turn back, I could see them jumping up and down there. So you are right. That is a true inspiration to their kids. They're, again, promoting that long-term health and longevity to show that, you know, this is possible and you can, you know, push yourself to, you know, anything that you strive to be.
Right. You know, and another cool thing about bodybuilding is everybody has their story, their reason why they get on stage. And to hear these stories is remarkable, man. Just, you know, I know Sammy highlights a lot of the athletes and the things that they go through and the things that they do when they're not on the stage. So it makes it even more personal when you know these stories and the things that the athletes out there actually have to go through in order to get here. You know, it makes it even more personal like that way.
And as Todd just said there, you never know what each person went through to get to the stage. I mean, it is a difficult endeavor. But like I said, all of these folks that are on stage have full-time jobs. You know, these bikini competitors, there might be, you know, mothers and things like that, several kids at home. We just talked about number 71 with both her daughters in the crowd.
That's
so
awesome.
To be able to balance all of this and be able to juggle all of the, you know, the stressors of competing between, you know, dieting to lower levels of body fat, make sure you get all of your training in, make sure you get all of your food in. I mean, how hard is it? You know, I wouldn't know personally, but when your kids are eating sweets or things like that, or whatever snacks kids eat, and you can't share that with them because you're on a bodybuilding contest prep. And yes, it's a good opportunity to educate the kids on what you're doing and use it as an educational point. But it's got to be difficult when you have, you know, things going on around you. When the kid has a birthday party and there's all this food around that you can't have because you're on a strict bodybuilding diet, it really shows the level of discipline that these folks go through to get to the stage. And they are really putting these girls through the paces here.
Working them.
They are working them. But as a competitor, Todd, I'm sure you can agree, you want the more stage time, the better.
Definitely.
Yes. Definitely.
You know, a lot of times you will see a competitor and they come on the stage, they're cold, they're not really into the rhythm, and as the judges work them, they start to get better and better and better. They get harder, they get firmer, you know, their confidence starts to explode more. You know, these are the things that actually help some competitors. You know, they could be down to the bottom on the list of all the judges, and all of a sudden they just start moving up.
Hold on, guys. Right in the center, number 78 is 54 years old.
Get out of here.
What? And she is 2020 Physique as well. Marcus Harris is her coach.
That's Kay Renshaw there.
Yes. And then number 49 actually traveled here from Alabama.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a lot of out-of-state competitors this weekend.
And that's amazing at the amateur level. You would expect, you know, in the pro show that we see tomorrow for professional competitors to travel, because with pro shows there is slightly less offerings because you want to gather more pros together. But at the amateur level, to see people traveling out of state to find that good level of competition is really something remarkable to see.
It is. And that's kudos. Shout out to Daryl DeVoy, you know.
Thank you. See you tonight.
All right, that's going to do it for Novice Bikini here. They really put them through the paces.
They did, definitely did.
And again, Todd, I want to highlight that last thing, what you said about keeping competitors on stage for a little bit longer here. You will see a lot of competitors get better as they start to pose. You know, think about when you first get into the gym for your workout, you have to warm up a little bit and you start feeling good about midway through. The stage kind of runs the same. Sometimes that first round of posing, you're a little tight, maybe nervous, especially in some of these novice categories. It might be their first time on stage, so it's just shaking some of the nerves off.
Definitely.
As they go through, round 3, round 4 of these turns. They start to loosen up. The muscles start to kind of fill up a little bit, and they start to look way better.
All right, we have. Is this
This seems to be Masters Bodybuilding. I want to say.
Masters? Yeah.
And I think we have a scratch once again here.
Yeah, it looks like a. Wow, these guys look amazing. I
Amazing.
need
Yeah,
to get a little closer here.
Here's where you see that mature muscle.
Absolutely.
You know?
Great point there.
It's a very distinct look. It gives you something. Whereas you have a guy that has the muscles, he's younger, in his 20s, he's full muscle belly, but it's a softer look. But this is more of a grainy look, that nice, hard look. Mature muscle is what we call it.
And with bodybuilding, as far as how the class is judged, this is the greatest level of muscularity and greatest level of conditioning. And again, when we say conditioning, we mean level of leanness, which means less body fat. So sometimes with bodybuilding as well, it's not, we want a complete package just like with all the other categories. So the bodybuilding winner might not necessarily be the biggest competitor or the leanest competitor. It is the balance of the two here.
So we actually have number 104. This is his 4th show. His first show he ever competed in was in November 2020. So he's fairly new to this sport, and I think he has a great package. His lats, amazing.
Yeah, it really makes him look impressive on stage. He takes up a lot of space from left to right because of, like you said, his lat development. He takes up so much room on stage.
Right.
It's hard to take your eyes off of him when he's posing because he's very wide and just broad-shouldered.
And then number 17, I love this. He's a father of 5.
Oh, I think we're missing 117.
Oh wait, I'm
unfortunately.
sorry, 113.
113, gotcha.
Yeah,
Sherman.
number 117. I actually follow him on Instagram. I'm shocked that he's not here. He was posing with Flo. He was posing with, I know you know who he is.
Yeah, with Flow
Sure.
Collections,
yes.
Definitely one of my peers in the industry there.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I wonder what happened to him.
That's a shame.
Yeah, he's got a great physique as well.
But you said 113 is a father of 5?
5.
Wow.
Wonder if we have any future bodybuilders in that pack.
You know you do.
Absolutely. And that's incredible to be able to, again, manage all of the things with prep, with 5 children. Yeah, I'm sure that's a lot to manage, a lot to handle, to still stick to your diet, get your training time in. It shows the true dedication of him as a bodybuilder. And again, this is the Masters category, so these gentlemen are 40 plus.
Yeah.
So it's something that, you know, these guys have been doing this for a long time, so it is something as far as their lifestyle. And again, I know we mentioned with Raymond number 104, his first show was November of 2020, but you can tell by his physique that he's been
doing
training
something
for a long time. I mean, that's a lot of muscle on his frame. Yeah. So, you know, sometimes with bodybuilding, competitors might be new to the stage, but they're certainly not new to the weight room itself.
No, that's definitely true. So I love that camera angle I was just on, because that is literally the camera that's right in front of our head judge. So that's something people don't understand is when we practice our posing, we sometimes the judges are slightly below us, so they play into that as they're posing. That's why I love that camera, because that is the angle that's where the competitors are posing to, is that head judge. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Yeah, that's like the best angle. That's going to show their best physique.
And to make a point on that as well, because you'll get sometimes people taking pictures from the audience that may be 20, 30 rows back. And I just want to make a point to note that the farther you get away from the stage, the more the physiques look similar. So, of course, it's always right for you to have your favorite, you know, that's your family member, as you should. You should root for that competitor. But just know that sometimes the judges, and I don't want to say sometimes, the judges have the best seat in the house as far as being right in front of the physiques, right by the lighting, and they can see everything to the fullest degree.
Absolutely.
So again, they have the best seat in the house here. And it does become hard to judge because you do look at pictures after the fact, sometimes from rows back, and it becomes hard to see. Because again, the physiques start to look so similar the farther away you get. We're just looking at the chat here, trying to play catch up here. 104 does have an incredible V-taper and an incredible frame here.
He does. I mean, you got to look at him. That's a lot of muscle, Joe. That's a lot of muscle he's putting on right there.
I really hope he comes back later in an open category as well, because, you know, I think both these guys actually could hang pretty well in the open.
Right.
You know, 104 has the really impressive V-taper. 113 has really impressive conditioning. He's very, very, very lean.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, you can see his skin looks very thin. And it, again, is, you know, something that people will say as they age, you know, they have loose skin or things like that. Yeah, but these bodybuilders here and all of these competitors actually help fight that loose skin by keeping their body fat levels low and having a good level of muscularity. So it's a way to improve the way your body looks as you start to age.
Right. I mean, this is like bodybuilding is the one good thing for guys over 40. If you get into this, it'll change your life, man. I mean, just the things you were saying, Joe, because you don't have the loose skin. You don't have that. Yeah, I mean, weight loss is weight loss, but you still need to go ahead and have that muscle.
Absolutely. The journey to the stage truly is a body composition adjustment here.
Yes.
And when we say body composition, again, we mean level of muscularity.
I was thinking about something that you said earlier about this is the epitome of physique that we're looking for. When it comes to the conditioning, bodybuilding is it. You know, I always refer to them as walking, talking anatomy charts. You know, so when we're looking at the level of conditioning and leanness, bodybuilding is at the top shelf when it comes to that. And that's the thing we want to look at, you know. So when these guys walk on stage, we're looking at walking, breathing, talking anatomy charts. You know, you ought to be able to look at these guys and say, man, okay, pectoral, quad. You ought to be able to pick out stuff that you probably didn't even see on the anatomy chart, you know?
Absolutely. And as we see these guys come on here, when you speak of anatomy charts, these guys are the masters bodybuilding. Now we're into 50 plus.
Wow.
Which is just incredible.
Just incredible.
So we saw 40 plus, now we're seeing 50 plus. We did have a question too about favorite oils and shine to use. So typically at a show, you have a host spray tanner.
Right.
And, you know, to get the best color possible, I would always recommend competitors using the host spray tanner. A lot of people do it themselves, but I do think it comes out the best when you do whoever the show sponsor's tan is, because then your color is going to look accurate. It's done by a professional. And then they usually will accompany it with what's called a glaze that won't react with the tan in an adverse way because the glaze must be specific to the tan to make sure that it doesn't run or doesn't fade in any kind of way. So again, I would always stick with whoever's at the show, whoever the sponsored tanner is, I would stay with that to make sure your color is as accurate and as consistent as possible.
Right. With this show right now, shout out to Scott and Lisa Ramsey. They are with Show Glow Tanning and Bella Glam. They're the actual official tanners for the Florida Pro and Florida Show. So,
And
yes.
seeing these competitors on stage, you can tell that they did a great job. The tans are all very even.
Yes.
Nobody's really, you'll see sometimes that people will run and their tans will start to run on stage and it blurs some of their physique. So
Yeah, Show Glow is one of the best in the
Very
game,
good.
man. They do a great job. Hell, they do my show.
I can see why you sponsor them for your show too.
Yeah.
But again, it's always best to stick with who's provided by the promoter because the promoter has done their due diligence to make sure that you as the competitor are put in the right position. So again, you have the choice to do the tan and the glaze and all that yourself, but then you run the risk of it not looking proper under the lights.
Exactly.
Because promoters will go over with the tanners what the lights are looking like and be able to match the color the best to the lighting. So all of that is premeditated and calculated here.
And then a lot of times, if it's a good tanning company, they're going to take care of you. They're going to make sure that you have the proper glaze. Because a lot of times you come out overglazed,
Of course.
You look slippery out there. And that's another factor when it comes to the lighting that can make you just look like you're smooth. And you don't have any definition because you got too much glaze on, So these are things that you have to look at as far as presentation when you're on stage. These guys really look good too.
For 50 plus, this
Oh,
is
man, they
this
look
is such
great.
an inspiration of longevity in the sport. I have to say, even though I've been competing for quite a bit now and quite a few years, I'm only the right age of 26 here. So to see Masters Bodybuilding in the 50 plus category and see what these gentlemen look like, it only makes me smile to know that I can continue to do this. And I always say with my own competing, I want my kids and my eventual grandkids to see me up on stage. And that's the beauty of natural bodybuilding,
Right.
is it's something that can be done from a long-term perspective because it is natural. It's what you're doing just with, your own genetics combined with training and nutrition.
Yes. I just love natural bodybuilding.
And here's the back double biceps pose here. They say a lot of shows are won from the back. Todd, why do they say a lot of shows are won from the back? Why does that quote come up a lot in bodybuilding?
The way I can put it to you, Joe, is this. It's always good to have a coach because 9 times out of 10, all the competitors, if they train themselves, they only train themselves what they can see. They look in the mirror and that's what they see. A lot of them never even see what the back looks like, the detail in the rear delts, the detail in the lumbar area. So when you have someone that is actually pinpointing that part, then that's why they say that most shows are won from the back, because everybody doesn't train or are able to visualize what their backside looks like. That makes sense?
That's a fantastic point. You're right, because you can see.
Everybody looks good from the front. If you get on stage, mostly everybody looks good from the front because they're looking at themselves in the mirror, but you can't see what's going on from the back.
You can't see the development.
Exactly. Or what needs to be added, what needs to be improved on. But this is why most shows are won from the back, because those folks who have coaches and are able to help develop their back from, like I said, rear delts to lower back, the Christmas tree, all the way down to glutes and hams and the tie-in. These are the factors that the average bodybuilder they can't see, and you need someone to help you develop that. And this is why people say that shows are won from the back.
Absolutely. I think the last point you touched on too is very important, that those areas are very hard to develop, and it often shows the level of conditioning and muscularity that an athlete has. Again, from top to bottom, when you're looking at a back pose, you have all the muscles of the back, which, you know, there's a lot of complicated musculature back there from your lats and your traps, and like you mentioned, the lower back.
Hey, wait a second here, guys. We got 52 people watching. I want to know where you guys are watching from and who you're waiting to see get on stage.
Wow.
If we know who you're looking for, we can make sure they get a little extra camera time.
Absolutely. Shout them out. Shout them out.
Okay, as you were, guys, you're doing great.
No, I definitely want to know where people are watching from. It's an important thing to see, but yeah, that's it for
These
the
guys look
bodybuilders.
great.
It's
Man.
again, a very inspiring class, being
50 plus.
50 plus. It really, like I said, as the young guy in the sport here, it really gives me something to look forward to, and it makes me, like I said, it makes me smile to know that I can continue to do this for many, many, many years of my life.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. All right, what do we have up next?
You thought
here?
that was good. Now we're gonna go to 60 plus for the bodybuilders. Like, it just keeps getting better.
Yes,
That's
Alvon
awesome.
and Gus Torres.
So we got a head-to-head battle for the 60 plus. We did just see Al in the 50 plus category,
Right.
and now he's back out again for 60 plus.
Look at
Yes.
his
This is
conditioning.
incredible.
That's crazy.
Amazing. Hey, if you guys hear some music playing underneath the DJ's music, that's because it's safe music. So we don't. It's copyright-free music.
That's fair.
That's fair.
All right, we have some Where Are We Froms here.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Jersey, Miami, Wisconsin. Peter, how are you?
Got
I know you
Minnesota.
have two incredible clients in the show, and your clients love you.
Texas, where y'all at, man?
Todd's looking for the Texas people. I'm proud to see Jersey represented here.
One last spread.
Wow. So I have to tell you a little bit about Al. He is actually a cancer survivor.
Wow. That is incredible.
That is them stories, man. Your reason why.
Yes.
Again, you never know what each competitor goes through to get on stage. Some of them, it's, you know, maybe a bucket list item, but
wait.
for someone like Al, that's incredible.
No, and guys, Gus, you're not going to believe this, Gus is 2. So he actually had childhood cancer at the age of 10, recovered full,
Wow.
yeah, and now he is fighting it back on stage. How amazing is that?
That is such an inspiration.
I think that says something about our lifestyle, that we can beat that and still come out like this, you know?
Absolutely. It's truly a testament to the longevity of natural bodybuilding in itself, because you are doing this with such a health-focused aspect that you can, you know, beat something like cancer and still come out as a stage competitor from it. You know,
Yes. So we got somebody waiting for 112. She's going to be coming out here, or he's going to be coming out in the Masters Men's Physique. And he's a Team 2020 Physiques athlete, so we're going to be looking for him.
we have a lot of Team 2020.
Huh?
He's
Yeah.
got quite the team. I did see.
He took
I don't
that
know-
team award thing very seriously.
Absolutely, and he made. I saw on Instagram he made robes for all of his competitors there that they could wear around the way here, because, you know, once you get tanned up, you can't put normal tight clothes back on. So he made them all robes that are personalized. So he definitely is taking that team award very seriously.
And how fun are those robes?
I love them. I'm kind of jealous, honestly. I want to hire Marcus as my coach just so I can get a robe.
Nice.
And we're out.
Wow, this is a great class.
This is awesome.
Thank you.
Nice.
60 plus, ladies and gentlemen.
60 plus.
60 plus.
That's crazy.
It's amazing.
What we have next?
Let's see.
I think we got a little surprise for people. I think there's a surprise coming up.
Over 70?
I think we have a little surprise for the viewers. You thought 60 plus. No,
Wow.
I think we got another one. We've got 70
Come on.
plus. Al, get back out here.
Oh, my
wow. This is great.
That's what I'm talking about.
Way. That is incredible.
That's what I'm talking about.
So he has a little quote that I want to read. It says, "Never forget where you came from. Everything stays in perspective."
Yes.
We can't get enough of it. That's what we can do.
He looks amazing.
Step up to the rock.
He does. That's
Number
incredible.
72. Step up to the rock, guys. Let's get Step up to the rock. Wow.
He's having so much fun up there.
And the crowd's really loving
They
this.
love it. They love it.
So again, for the general fan that's coming in to see this as an inspiration, to know that 70 plus and he's on stage, really it inspires great things here.
Yes.
This is awesome.
All right. Thank you, sir. We'll see you tonight.
That's awesome.
He was pretty tired, so they just brought him out for one pose there, just to give him a little shout out. But he's gone through 2 full rounds of classes already, so
man.
he's spent.
All right. We have Master.
All right, now we're gonna move to looks like Master Women's Figure. So this is gonna be a 40 plus category. And now we see figure here. This is going to be a little bit more muscular than the bikini that we saw earlier, but not quite as muscular as women's physique. So this is somewhere in between for the ladies here.
Yeah. This is like one of my favorite categories.
Yeah, you'll see some truly impressive physiques across the board, but definitely with figure as well. You'll see that the suit color, the jewelry choice, all comes into play once again. And they're going to go through 4 quarter turns here for their posing. So again, we're looking, I know we've been saying it earlier, but we're looking for that V taper from the wide shoulders down to a small waist. But again, figure, we're looking for a little bit more muscularity than that of bikini. So we want a little bit more sweep to the quads, a little bit more muscularity through the hamstrings, glutes, and in the back as well.
This is a master's class, right?
And this is, again, this is masters.
Wow.
This is 40 plus, which is just remarkable.
Wow.
A lot of people, I'm working at a gym back home. There are a lot of people, I hear them say that they, once they age, they can't get results, or they can't do it because they're older now, or they're, I'm in my 40s, my metabolism.
So I do have to say, number 74 she's my friend, so I wanna give her a shout out.
Yeah.
Yes, she looks amazing. She is also she's a mother of 3.
Wow.
Yes, and her posing is always so beautiful, and she's so mindful and works so hard on it. We had her. I like the hand on the hip with those long arms. I think it plays.
I do. I think that accentuates her physique better.
Yes.
It's different, and that's the one thing I like about posing. When people actually do something a little different, other than going to YouTube University, you know what I'm saying, and picking up these little tidbits, be original.
Now number 10 is from France, guys.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
From across the pond to come compete here in Florida.
That's crazy.
That's incredible.
Yes.
So we have some international representation here today.
Yes. Yep. And now we said number 100 is she's 51 years old. That's
Wow.
Vanessa, and she's competing here with her husband.
Oh, we got another husband-wife duo.
He's going to be coming up a little bit
I
later.
like that.
I love that. That's so cool. It's great to see more husband-wife duos get involved here, because bodybuilding can be somewhat of a selfish sport in the sense that, you have to make time for your training, and you have to make time to prep your meals and things like that. So if you have a partner or somebody that you're doing it with, it truly makes the experience more enjoyable and easier.
And you're speaking from experience. Did you guys truly divide and conquer during that prep you guys did together?
It was a team effort. It really was, because we were both going through it together. So what one person felt, the other person felt. So it puts things into great perspective, because I always say to my competitors, the people around you did not decide to do a bodybuilding show. So if you're ever feeling tired or things like that, it's important to explain that to folks so they understand what you're going through, but you don't want to drag them with you, because you're the one that chose to prep, not them. Right. So, you want to keep it in perspective in the sense that this is your journey and this is something you chose to do, so you have to respect other people around you. But again, when you have a spouse or a partner
look at that
goes through the
core.
journey with you, that is insane.
It
It does make the process, you know, a unique type of enjoyability there.
Because, you know, support is like everything in our sport, you know. And to have someone that understands what you're going through, that's like the cherry on top of the cake.
Look, she just see that. Look at that elbow forward, and she pulls it around. I was thinking it. Man, that's such a beautiful pose on her. She's got those long legs, those long arms, long lines. She just pulls it together so beautifully.
I want to touch on what Todd said again about posing, you know, based on YouTube University there.
Yeah.
You know, myself, I coach several athletes for posing, but when it's time for me to compete, I get somebody to coach me for posing. And you might say, why does a coach need a coach? Because it's important to have that other set of eyes look at you so that you can do the posing best to your body. You know, so there are general guidelines with the poses, but when you're fine-tuning the details, that needs to be specific to your physique.
That's right. 100% agree with that. 100.
All right, so we're going to jump ahead a little bit here. I think we have Masters Men's Physique coming here, and these guys, look, are you serious?
Wow.
Stop it, Masters.
Wow.
I'd like to see some ID, gentlemen. I don't believe you. These guys are incredible.
Wow.
You know, usually we ID the other way. It's somebody trying to get a drink at the bar, going from younger, trying to be older, but I want to ID these guys to see if they're actually 40 plus. That's insane. So we're back to men's physique again. This is your beach body. You see all the guys smiling on stage there. They're all looking like they're having a great time. Again, this category, I always say you want to pose without looking like you're posing.
Right.
This should be nice and smooth. Who do we got up here, Sammy?
Okay, yes. Okay, making sure I'm all right. So we got number 80 there at the end in the black and gray shorts. He's competed in the PCA. This is going to be his first time competing in the natural orgs and in the NGA. He owns his own business as well. It's called Compass Life Fitness. But he is coming off a win. He did really well on April 2nd is the last time he competed, and he is a 2020 Physique member as well. So,
I like him.
Yes. And then we have number 112, who just switched places with him. He's on the end. He's a 2021 Physique athlete as well. And then he has dedicated this show to his brother, which I love.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes. I like, but we also have...
Speaking of 2020, we have some.
Yes.
I wish you guys could see this at home, but we have some gold 2020, number emblems there, and really a lot of team support coming for Team 2020, which is awesome. And as Todd touched on in the previous class, support does mean everything in terms of bodybuilding. You know, to have that support from friends, family, just to give you that little nudge to kind of, push you through. You know, sometimes when you're dieting and you don't feel like training, or you don't feel like, it really helps to have those people cheering you on and helping you out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because this is a hard sport. I mean, it's hard to get to those lower levels of body fat.
I'm sorry. Okay, so I was gonna say.
Yeah, hit us up. Who do we have?
Sorry, number 86. He's a local guy who competes a lot here in the NGA. And you know what? He is chasing that pro card. He's actually earned his pro card in the USBF.
Okay.
But he just hasn't quite made it and gotten that NGA pro card. So I'm excited to see how he does today.
Beautiful.
This is probably the best I've seen him, and he's front and center right now.
He is.
And that's Brian. He's a coach. He's like I think he's like a high school coach. I can tell by his confidence on stage. He knows this is the best he's ever looked.
Absolutely. You can see he's nodding his head.
Yes, he is having fun up there.
Oh yeah.
Hope we got some air horns in the crowd. They're going wild for him. I told you, with the men's categories, they get loudest for men's physique. This is the one.
Boys.
As Todd mentioned earlier, this is the bad boys group here. These guys are smooth with it. So as Sammy was mentioning earlier, too, this is an important point to touch on. There are, several different bodybuilding organizations out there, as we mentioned with competitor number 80. This is his first time with the NGA, which is the National Gym Association. Number 86, you said, was with the USBF.
Yep. He's done that one.
So there are a ton of different organizations out there, and each one has their own professional league. So a lot of competitors like to go conquer them all.
Number 119, you want to know what he does off stage? He's actually does ballroom and Latin
Get outta
dancing,
here.
and he's actually a champion.
So that's why he's so smooth then.
Yeah,
I could tell by his posing that he was moving so fluidly, so it makes sense to hear that he's a proficient dancer there.
That's awesome.
I will say you can sometimes tell with competitors' backgrounds with where they're from, whether they were dancers. You can see, again, we had the football player from earlier. You can see he had a lot of muscle on him from just being a big physical football player. And a lot of competitors do have athletic backgrounds of some sort. They were, either in high school or in college. They were, very proficient in a sport. For me personally, it was martial arts. And then bodybuilding is a nice segue. If you still have, there's a lot of these guys still have, or guys and gals still have that competitive mindset where they want to push their body. They want to, they want to do something that pushes their body to that limit. And it's not necessarily that sport anymore. So a lot of these people get into, some sort of bodybuilding category to supplement that competitive drive.
Yeah, it's a great transition from sport to sport.
And especially when you're an athlete, you already have the mindset of training underway and doing the best for your health.
I know you see a lot of track and field people, they'll come over and do bodybuilding once they come to the end of their career in track and field. And they love it.
Great class there. Another great class with the Masters Men's Physique.
All right, we have Masters Bikini 40 plus. Again, somebody's going to get that pro card.
All right, now we're coming to Masters Bikini. Again, 40 plus.
Wow, this is a nice looking class. This is a big class.
All right.
So I wanted to touch on it earlier when we spoke on bikini. I think bikini becomes very difficult to judge sometimes because of the style of posing. You'll see each competitor is doing their front pose here, but they're all doing it a little differently as far as how their hips are tilted, how their hand placement is, whether they have the hand on the hip or not, how they're angling their front or back knee there.
Yes.
So you can really, again, it's about posing to your strengths within your physique and doing the best for your body. And it's interesting to see how all the ladies hit their front pose just a little bit different.
What number is that?
My thing about posing, especially in bikini, is that I know that some of the poses are, like you have a side pose and a front pose. As a judge, I can't properly evaluate your symmetry if you're in a side pose
Number?
for a front pose.
Yeah. What do you think of 106? I think she has a great silhouette right there.
She does.
She does.
Just
She does.
well proportioned. She's just standing out to me at the moment.
And very confident in that pose, too. She didn't waver one bit.
Right. I saw her at breakfast this morning, I think. She was at breakfast this morning.
You know, say the red hair stands out there.
Yeah, it does.
Yes. All right, so number 32, I've seen her compete before. That is Amanda, and she's actually from Alaska.
Wow.
She's a mom of 3, and she's been competing for 10 years. And she's a returning athlete, so she was at this show last year, which says volumes for what Daryl is doing here.
You love to see return athletes. That means that the promoter is doing a great job at putting on a heck of an event for an athlete to return, especially coming from Alaska. You would expect a local athlete to maybe return a little bit more easily, but
You don't think she's just using us for our sunshine, do you?
I mean, maybe, Alaska doesn't get as near as much sunshine as here, so. But it's also a testament to where this show is, too. Think about it. We're right outside of Orlando, Florida. It's important for promoters, too, when they're choosing a location for a show. This is a spot where you can make a vacation out of it,
Yes,
so you can compete. and then maybe, you know, hit up Disney or, you know, just other things down in Florida. So it's important when you're, you know, thinking about planning a show, you two at home as competitors, think about where you're going. You know, if you are going to travel, make a trip out of it. Make it fun.
I'm still amazed that this is a master's category.
Yeah, it's a great point to bring that up again. This is 40 plus.
Yeah, so number 99, she was a late entry, and you know she's competed in the OCB, NGA, NPC, and I think she actually holds an IFBB pro card. I think. Don't quote me on that, but she has come through. She was here last year. She usually competes with her best friend, who was the champion of the Open Bikini last year.
Wow.
Yeah, so she just, I think she's so cute. She's so cute on stage. Great physique. Now, number 78, that's Kay. This is her first show. Wait, we already saw her. And then Christina, we saw her. Okay. Oh, number 99, Michelle. So she has actually, you know, we were talking about where people come from. She was a half marathon runner.
Oh, okay.
So turned bodybuilder.
So from endurance athlete to bodybuilding.
Exactly, yes. So that is going to be
2 totally different training regimens.
Absolutely.
You ladies are doing great. You're doing great. Up turn.
Yes. Daryl's playing with the lights again. So
He wants to get him perfect.
He does. He keeps playing with the lights. So if it throws off my color, I will correct it. Actually, I think that looks great.
Yeah, that looks really good. You know, again, a testament to Daryl. He's playing with the lights. He's talking. You know, making sure the judges are doing what they're doing.
Everywhere.
He's backstage. He's doing the most as a promoter.
Track shoes.
He really does. He's been running around like a nut, but you know, Florida boy in their flip flops. So
Yeah.
So number 106, she's from Colombia.
wow, another.
Well,
more-
she doesn't live there, but she's originally
Okay.
from Colombia. She actually trains at On the Move Fitness over in with Rick Pierre, who used to be
Okay.
the co-promoter of this show. So, but yeah, she looks great. Like,
She really does. Well polished.
all these ladies look fantastic. And I'm sure we'll see a few of them pop up in the Open.
I would sure hope so. I think, you know, when I keep looking down and seeing that this is a 40 plus category, I'm shocked that
I'm
it's
saying the
not
same thing.
open.
Yes.
Yeah, this looks like it could very well be an open category at most events, but this is just a very competitive masters group here.
Hey,
So-
what class, on the live stream really quick, what class was your friend Jeremy competing in? Let me see if I can find his name and number here. See when he's coming up.
Yeah, we can give you guys a sort of a timeline to see when your favorite competitors are coming up based on how many classes are left in between where they're competing. So as Sammy said, if you guys are looking for somebody in particular, shout it out in the comments so that we can give you maybe an ETA to see when they're coming on stage.
Thank you, ladies. We'll see you tonight. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Oh,
That's it for Masters Bikini there. It's incredible.
nice.
All right.
All right. I'm looking through my notes. Oh no, we got a Jeremy coming up. Is he 17? He's going to be coming up in the bodybuilding. It's number 85. I think that might be your boy.
Yeah, I hear the comments. They're scared to take out the beast. I'm kind of excited to see. You guys are hyping up Jeremy big time. I want to see him now. All right, so we have, again, this is like what we did for bodybuilding. Now we have Masters Bikini. We're now up to 50 plus here.
I don't think you guys heard that. Masters Bikini.
Both of them look amazing.
Absolutely incredible.
And number 1 warrior is champion. Wow, you look amazing. All right, ladies.
All right, so we saw these two ladies in the 40 plus. Now they're back out for more in 50 plus. Oh, Jeffrey Camber. Yes, I believe he's coming out in men's physique, actually. Okay, chat. Okay, chat. You guys are excited. I know Jeff. I've seen Jeff compete a few times. Jeff's another one of those Staten Island boys with Team Rare Breed, so Jeff's smooth with it. You know he's a beast. But we're going to appreciate these Masters Bikini ladies. We'll see Jeff in a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, again, people in the comments, hype your competitors up. Talk them up.
Definitely. Have fun because we just hooked the TV up backstage so they can see your comments.
Yeah, and we know, and Sammy, correct me if I'm wrong, this will be up for replay so that competitors can watch it again. So when the competitors see themselves on stage, they're going to be hearing your shout-outs and seeing the comments is when these get posted up. So just because they can't see it right, well, actually, they can see it right now because we have the TV hooked up backstage. So drop your comments, hype your guys and gals up.
Yes. And if you drop any super chats, I will share those to the screen.
Absolutely.
I will share those to the live feed. Hi from the commentary table.
Now, if you see my head bobbing at the commentary table, if it flashes on us, remember, we may have some music playing under this for copyright, but I'm just bobbing my head to the DJ, who's doing a phenomenal job here getting the crowd hype. I think we're taking a little brief judges intermission here. So I see some judges running up to take a little bathroom break. I think when we come back, we're going to get into some open bodybuilding per my schedule that I have here. So again, we're just taking a brief pause so the judges can have a little bathroom break. I think we got a super shout out here. Is that what that is?
Yeah, so I posted a super chat. That's me.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I wanted to just let them know that kind of what it looks like.
Ah, there it is.
So and then what I'll do is I'll share them to the screen.
Awesome.
So they will actually be in the live stream.
Beautiful.
All right, a little break. I'm going to go ahead and run some music for you guys. this Jeremy better not disappoint now. You guys are really hyping him up. No pressure, no pressure.
All right, everybody, we are back live with some competitors on stage. We got the Open Men's Lightweight Bodybuilding. So here at the National Gym Association with their organization, they do like to break up the amateur bodybuilding in terms of weight classes. And what this does is that you can now accurately compare each person with somebody who weighs in a similar category. So everybody in the open bodybuilding has to weigh in either the night before or the morning of, and then they get placed in an appropriate category based on weight. So we're going to have a lightweight, a middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight category. And what you're going to see at finals tonight is going to be an overall between all of the winners from the different weight categories, and that will be our overall bodybuilding champion. So again, here is the lightweight class. And again, when we say lightweight, that just means their body weight. A lot of times with bodybuilding, it is an illusion as far as what your weight actually is. You know, these guys are lighter than you would think they are if you just looked at their physiques individually and as you see them on stage. But it is incredible that these guys are of the lightweight category. There's Todd. We got him back now.
Yes, these guys are diced. I was seeing that someone saying they were diced up. The lightweights are really good. And, you know, sometimes these guys are able to transition to other divisions, you know, like your men's physique division because of their physique. But being in the bodybuilding division, having a balanced physique makes it even better, you know, because I know you said earlier, Joe, you know, some of these guys have trained legs in men's physique. And this is the category where you will probably see them transition into lightweight bodybuilding.
Absolutely. And again, the weight categories for bodybuilding will also factor in different heights as well. You know, so oftentimes, you know, the heavyweight person might be a taller competitor. You know, you never really know until you start to see them all. But this is, again, just so you can accurately compare bodies with one another, because the difference between the lightweight and heavyweight division across the board might be 30 pounds. So to have them compared in an original setting is sort of skewed. But that doesn't mean a lightweight competitor can't win the overall, because as we spoke on earlier, we're looking for a complete package in terms of muscularity and conditioning. So it's not the biggest guy that wins bodybuilding. Exactly. So if the lightweight competitor has the greatest amount of conditioning and shape and symmetry to their muscles, and it all fits on their frame the best, they can be deemed the best bodybuilder of the day, which is going to be great to see. I love seeing the bodybuilding overall, which, again, I'm hyping up finals later, which begins at 4 p.m., to see that bodybuilding overall, to see the winners of each weight category compared with one another. So that's definitely something you don't want to miss.
Number 114 looks amazing.
He really does. Complete from top to bottom, left to right. Great abs, great shot there.
Oh, yes, definitely. Nice full chest. Lats.
Give me your favorite, most muscular pose.
He looks great.
Yeah, he has an awesome physique there. And this is the bodybuilding pose here, the most muscular.
Wanna jump to the right?
All right, they're going to put him through some more.
Give me a side intercoastal pose.
That pose right there.
I love this shot.
Definitely.
That's a cool pose.
Oh, man, the intercostal pose, you can't hide it. You either got the conditioning there or you don't.
Very old school pose, relax. Single leg hamstring pose.
All right, now they're doing another little test of conditioning here, the hamstring pose. So you can really show the conditioning of the hamstring as it ties into the glutes there.
Relax. Welcome to the right.
And I think this is the Jeremy that they were shouting out, and that this is the infamous Jeremy.
Number 114?
You said that number. Oh no, where is he? Shoot, I don't see Jeremy on stage here. Jeremy was supposed to be number 85.
Oh, okay.
Where is Jeremy?
Welcome to the right.
But I do agree. Somebody in the comments there, the boy on the left, you'll hear it on social media, sort of a meme. Yeah, a Dorito type of physique when they get all tanned up. You know, so what that basically means, sort of an upside down triangle, looking at the wide shoulders, wide lats down to a small waist.
The V taper.
Here, so that boy on the left looked like a Dorito, and you're pretty right there. And look at that.
That's nice.
That's a beautiful pose there.
Nice.
So where 114 could be coming for classic physique as well. I mean, he's got a body that translates.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
It's an awesome group of guys. Now we're going to go into the middleweight bodybuilding division. So these guys are going to be a little bit heavier now. We're just going to get a little bit heavier as we go.
Number 52.
Yeah, the music they come out, those legs.
Man, those quads are crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And these guys look great. 52 does have a heck of a leg sweep there.
Yes, he does.
Now let's see the
Hold
hamstrings
on, number
and glutes.
52.
Let's get some notes, Sammy.
He is 21 years old.
Get out of here.
I'm telling you, truth.
Stop.
Stop it. Not with that type of muscle.
Yeah, and so he's actually a men's physique pro. We're gonna see him tomorrow with the men's physique pros, but he, I guess, decided I'm gonna give a shot at bodybuilding, and I'm so glad he did.
With those legs, yeah, I really think he needs to ditch the board shorts with those wheels. How could you cover them?
Exactly.
Stop it.
They're great. He's got this one picture on his IG account, and he's showing off his legs, and I'm like, and at that point I was going through the pro men's physique lineup, and I'm like, no way.
Wow.
Why cover those up?
Yeah, no, he has a beautiful physique.
But he was on the right path, right? So
Yeah.
so he's on the right
Right trajectory,
yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
And as we spoke on earlier, you'll see a lot of competitors maybe start out in men's physique because it doesn't require the maximum level of muscular development.
Yes.
And then they'll transition into a classic physique or a bodybuilding category as they go on.
He's wearing the classic trunks. Is he also going to do classic?
So real quick, he probably will do classic. I would say
to
yes,
assume,
yeah. So number 31, he remember earlier I had mentioned a woman was competing with her husband. They're both from obviously they live in Jacksonville, but that's her husband. I think she was doing Masters Bikini. So that's Sherman Reed. I love that they're here together. He has a great physique. You know, that barrel chest, wide back, and then listen to this, number 23. He was an alcoholic, smoked a pack a day, and decided to change his life. And look at him now. Like,
that's incredible.
Unfreaking believable.
Wow.
Yes. He said, he tried all kinds of different diets and training programs, and then he's finally like dialed in, and he's confident, and he's here on stage. So good luck to 123. That's Anthony.
That's crazy.
Number 52
52
breaks
is a
more facts than
problem.
hearts.
Yeah, I think if the comments were placing these guys, the comments are going crazy for number 52, and rightfully so. He's brought a phenomenal physique. As Sammy mentioned, he is a professional men's physique competitor, but he still has not earned his professional status yet in bodybuilding, which is, I believe, what he's going for right now.
It looks nice. Color balance is good. I whitened it up a little.
So it's funny, somebody said in the chat they're cramping up just watching this, and I want to put in perspective how difficult these poses are for these athletes to get into, as far as keeping every muscle group tight from your toes to your fingers. Everything is squeezed, and I always tell my competitors for posing that the second you step on stage, you're being judged.
Yes.
So it is something where you have to be conscious of everything that's going on here.
Yeah.
You can't let any muscle group go softer or anything look out of place here. They say in the sales industry, this is the quote I give to my posing clients, that you should always be closing in sales. In bodybuilding, you need to always be posing.
Yeah.
Once you step on that stage, you are being judged. So you need to be posing.
Definitely. Just looking at 52, I would tell him to probably develop that lower back a little bit more. But other than that, the guy is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. I mean, the glute tie-in, it's crazy.
And again, only with 52 being 21 years old, he's got a lot of years ahead of him in terms of building muscle maturity.
Exactly. And you can see that between him and 113, you know, where you have more of a mature muscle, harder, more dense, especially when we start looking at the lower back.
We got another comment shout out wishing Anthony the best. Number 123, such an inspiring story from being a recovering alcoholic there. It's an incredible transformation now being a stage bodybuilder.
Yes. But that's what we were talking about earlier, Joe. Everyone has their story. Everyone has their own why.
Absolutely.
Welcome to natural bodybuilding.
Relax.
I love the front lat spread pose we just saw there. That's it's an ultimate symmetry pose.
Yes.
And relax. I want you to give me your favorite victory pose.
Head judge is putting them through the ringers.
Oh my God, he
Look
just
at
blew
that.
that away. Oh, yes. Okay, that sealed the deal. He's done his studying. He knows his poses.
Yes,
You have
he
to
has.
appreciate that, Mr. Classic Physique over here.
Love
Yeah,
to
he-
see it.
Mr. Classic Physique America.
Yes.
That's your title, right?
From 2020,
oh, you
yes,
don't
it
lose,
was.
You don't
but
lose it.
Once,
You can't, you don't,
once you're
You can't,
Mr. America, you're always Mr.
always
America.
you
Joe.
guys
Mr.
are
America.
gassing me up right now. Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
He's so modest, Todd.
He is. I mean, Mr. America, man. That's you,
Now,
dude.
now we know his soft spot.
Yeah, yeah.
I appreciate y'all. Y'all are doing too much for me right now.
All right, fellas.
If anything, I've been gassing you up for the last 2 years.
You have been. You have been one of my biggest ones in my Instagram DMs there.
Take a break.
But I do say in the bodybuilding sense, and Todd, I know you'll agree with this here, you know, winning one show, winning 10 shows doesn't mean a thing. You know, it's a great accomplishment, but, you know, there's always the next show.
Right.
You know, so I always tell competitors, you know, it's important to stay humble and make sure that, you know, you're always striving to be better. Because even when, you know, we come back with judges' feedback, even the winners today have stuff that they need
Yes.
to work on here.
Yes.
So it's something where you're just always constantly making improvements, always trying to better your physique and better yourself. So it's never, you know, this sport is the opposite of complacency.
Yes.
And now we're seeing the light heavyweight bodybuilding here. You're all right. The lats on number 4 are insane. Takes up a lot of room from left to right here.
Wow.
And I'm pretty sure, Sammy, you can maybe correct me on this. 'Cause I know you have the info on all. 118, Sean Maloney. I saw him as well at Kent's A&BF show a couple weeks back. Is he from the Northeast? Or?
You know what? I don't know. I do know he was just at the NGA Green Bay where he took first place, and then he was at the NGA Lee Banks where he took the overall. And Pete Fitchin is his coach.
Okay,
So-
that makes sense, being as how lean he is. That makes absolute sense.
He's lean,
So
too.
you guys watching within the industry, we have, I would say, you know, top tier coaches, and Peter is one of those coaches where when you see that coach's name attached to the athlete before they even step on stage, you kind of know what type of physique to expect. 100%.
Yeah, you know that with somebody coached by Peter, you know that they're going to be
Peeled.
lean to the socks.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he is.
Yes.
And it's making him stand out. So again, with bodybuilding, it doesn't necessarily just go to, you know, the biggest guy or anything like that. It's a complete judgment. But I will say the leanness on 118, it makes my eyes go to him because of how conditioned he is. You know, everything's just popping on his physique, and it makes your eyes go to him when they hit the poses because of the level of conditioning that is shown here. But I will say the back on number 4 is insane.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
Really
is.
thick, wide lats here.
Yeah, so Kevin Diana, he's number 4, and he was here last year as well. He's a returning competitor. He has a wife that competes as well.
Oh, wow.
And she just
Another
missed,
one.
Yeah, she just missed this show just by a little bit, but I'm sure we'll see her on stage by the end of the year as well. Yeah, another one of those couples that compete.
Oh, that is Ken Beerley jumping in the chat. He was shredded at ANBF Nationals. I knew I recognized him, Ken.
Hi, Ken.
My eyes did not deceive me here.
Brother Ken.
He said 118 got a 12-pack. You're not far off there.
The crazy thing about this for the judges now, what are we looking for? Are we going to go the conditioning route, or are we going to go with the mass route?
It will be an interesting call here because you do see two very different physiques amongst these gentlemen. Ford does have greater muscularity. He's more dense. He's definitely a bigger athlete, but 118 does have that gnarly conditioning.
Yes.
And this is where it's up to the judges to make that call. And I always say when I'm at the commentators table here, I'm glad I'm not a judge and I don't have to make this call. Or for any of the classes in that regard.
But, Kevin still has great separation in his legs.
He does.
Yeah.
But yeah, by us saying this, we're not saying that Kevin isn't lean. I mean, he is very, very, very lean.
Right. With the amount of mass that he has, he's very lean.
Absolutely. And you can tell just so with two competitors here, if they're having them swap places and do all these poses again, you know that it's close.
Oh, yeah, it's close.
Because we've seen two competitors, on stage before. I've seen instances where it's two competitors. They run them through one round of posing and they foul them off because it's a clear first and second scenario.
Right.
This is close if they're making them run through it this many times.
So if you're adding it all up and you're looking at both these competitors and you, from round to round, conditioning, 112. Mass, muscularity, number 4.
Wow.
118 and 104. So now you got those winning. You're winning in each category. The only category that's left now is symmetry and presentation. What you do?
That's a really tough category.
I know. What do you do?
All right.
All right, so now we have we're getting some official badges from the man Daryl himself.
Oh, I know. We got our event staff badges.
And now we're seeing the heavyweight bodybuilding here. Number 104, Raymond Ferguson. We saw him earlier in 40 plus. And as I always say with a competitor by himself on stage or by herself, Raymond has scared everybody else away from competing in heavyweight bodybuilding because look at him.
He's massive.
This dude's as wide as the stage. Like, do you see this right now? Like, he almost takes up the entire word Florida when he does his front relaxed there. He is massive. So, this is going to be an interesting comparison later. Obviously, Raymond will be moving on to the overall later tonight because he is the only heavyweight competitor. It's going to be interesting to see him paired up against the lightweight, middleweight, and light heavyweight winner. Will this size carry him through? Or will the conditioning, again, not saying Raymond isn't lean enough here, because he very well is, but it's going to be interesting to see that overall comparison.
And to see where the judges go with it.
Wow. Raymond's really impressive here.
Yeah.
This is insane. Rear delt's bigger than a watermelon. You're not wrong. I mean, his shoulder to waist ratio is
crazy.
So impressive.
And look at his chest. His chest is really full, massive.
He's got that barrel chest, honestly.
I like that side pose on him.
Yeah. Yeah, his side pose is when he keeps his waist facing the side of the stage and twists back towards the judges. You can see truly how wide he is.
He knows it, too.
He does. He's feeling it.
Oh, yeah.
And again, as we spoke on earlier, with competitors competing in multiple categories, him being already out in the 40 plus, he already had a chance to pump up, warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
So this is his second time on stage. So he's feeling it now. He's already warm. He's been out there once before, so he's just feeling it right now. And obviously he knows he's moving on to the overall later, so he's very relaxed up there right now.
Yeah.
Thank you for that comment. We're glad that you're here supporting your friend, and you know what that means more than anything to your friend, because we lose a lot. I think I could speak for everybody. When we get into bodybuilding, sometimes we have those friends that just don't understand, that drop off. So the ones that stay by our side and support us, That's huge.
Absolutely. Wants to keep for life. It's a crazy physique on Raymond here.
Yeah.
I am so excited for this overall later. So excited.
Nice class. We have open women's physique.
Oh yeah.
All right, opens women's physique. We have a return from number 91, Katie. She scared them all away again.
Oh man.
They don't want the smoke from number 91, Katie.
She looks great. I missed her out
And
earlier.
and she's a Masters competitor as well. Scared them all away.
Oh wow, yes.
This is my category, man. I love to see women's physique.
You do. You've always stood strong by that.
It's very impressive to see the level of muscularity that these ladies can achieve.
Yes.
You know, and a lot of women, this is one that I hear, you know, from the general population clients at my gym, that a lot of women are scared to pick up weights because in fear it's going to make them bulky or fear it's going to make them look blocky. I mean, we're looking at Katie here, and she looks phenomenal.
She looks amazing.
She doesn't look blocky. She doesn't look bulky. Yes, she has a good level of muscularity and good level of muscular development, but she hasn't lost an ounce of femininity in the process at all.
You're right. And you know, the funny thing is, after the show, you know, when everybody kind of goes out with their friends and family, all the women usually put it on like a really cute dress. And I'm telling you, I guarantee you, no one is going to say, oh my gosh, she looks manly.
No.
She's going to look
Not at all.
amazing.
No.
It's just, we are out here to display our physiques. That's literally what this 2 minutes we've been waiting, you know, prepping 3 or 4 months. We don't look like this all the time.
Right. And you know, I tell people all the time, because you hear it in the women's categories all the time, I need to be bigger, 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 bigger. No, you don't. You don't. It's not. If you go up there right now on the judges panel, on their score sheet, there's no category, no division for big. It's not. You don't have to be big, big, big.
Not at all. More often than not, it's about refining what you already have.
Exactly. Meeting the categories: symmetry, muscularity, conditioning, and of course presentation, how you perform and how you present it to the judges and the audience. It's nothing about being big. You don't have to be the biggest on stage to win.
Not
Just
at
like
all.
you were saying earlier, we can't wait to see the lightweight against the heavyweight,
Of course.
because then it's going to determine who actually won all those categories, who won the symmetry, who won the muscularity, who won the conditioning and the presentation. Once all those scores are tallied up, that's how we get to who's number one and who's the best on stage at that time. I just hate to hear people say you have to be big, 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 big. It's not about being the biggest.
I agree. I think sometimes people get the word muscularity confused, and they think it has to mean, you know, like you said, big, a lot
Right.
of muscle. And when we say muscularity, it's all defined by the criteria of the class, and it's a level of
Exactly.
muscularity required. And obviously that muscularity has to look proportionate on somebody's frame.
Exactly. That's well put too, Joe, man, because I think they just get real confused, and for us to have platforms like this and able to explain it to them, you know, helps out a whole lot.
We are doing a raffle for tonight and tomorrow. We are doing a raffle for a flat screen television and Apple TV combo, and proceeds from those ticket sales that you did are going to the River Towers Foundation this year.
We have our promoter.
Oh, that's awesome. So we're doing some raffles of some items, and
Raffle,
all the ticket sales are going to charity, which is just a beautiful
That's
thing.
crazy. I love it.
It's awesome.
Bodybuilding, giving back.
Let's see here. That's my son backstage with the camera. He's doing, I was just going to give him a nice compliment, and he just kind of went sideways on us there. No, I see what he was trying to do, but the camera doesn't orient. That was a good thought. It's so
But
fun.
I love these backstage angles though, because I don't think people realize you know, sometimes what you know these folks are doing, or what what they truly look like up close and in person here.
Oh, exactly. Oh, yeah.
mean,
Let me tell. Let me get him on the walkie. Hey, baby, don't turn the camera sideways. Keep it landscape. There we go. So there we go.
Adjustment on the fly.
Oh, yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yep.
This live TV, guys. Live TV.
But I think sometimes, even from the judge's perspective of the camera angle, you don't realize the level of muscularity that some of these guys have, and then you see them backstage as if you were standing next to them, and you go, "Oh my, that's what they look like." All right, so this is classic physique lightweight category. So again, we're gonna break open classic physique into weight categories.
Right.
So apparently he's a trainer by day and a YouTuber by night. But I didn't get a chance to look up his YouTube channel. Does anybody watching know what his YouTube channel is all about? I always like to support fellow athletes. I'm assuming it's a fitness-related YouTube channel, but how cool is that?
That's amazing.
YouTube takes a lot of work.
It does. Just social media in general. You see these athletes marketing themselves and, trying to help people, through the internet. So Tom scared everybody away on the classic physique lightweight side of things.
Yeah,
we did see him in lightweight bodybuilding as well. And you will probably see quite a few competitors cross between bodybuilding and classic physique, because a lot of the posing is similar now. You may ask what the difference is. In classic physique, they do hit, some different poses, but I relate this sometimes to a certain piece of music. Sometimes you are listening to music and you can't understand why you like it. There's certain things that make a physique classic that you may not be able to define sometimes, but we can try to help you with that. But sometimes you just look at a person and you go, that person looks classic, whether it may be their structure. A lot of times in classic, we're looking for a nice broad structured athlete, wide shoulders, big flaring rib cage, small waist.
I know one thing we do over at the Global Bodybuilding Organization is that our classic bodybuilding is actually based on a height to weight ratio different from our regular bodybuilding. So
that makes a lot of sense. Yes, because in classic there is a certain level to the muscularity that is a cap,
right?
You will say, so you can be too muscular for classic physique, and sometimes you will get that in judges' feedback where you'll say, you should do bodybuilding instead because you have more muscle than we want for classic physique. So again, it'll be interesting to see how each competitor gets placed and how it all shakes out. Self-coached?
Wow.
That's incredible.
He looks great.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, this is a hard sport, guys, to self-coach in, because it's hard to be completely objective with yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, because you're looking at yourself in the mirror every single day. It's hard to be completely objective. You're either too hard or too easy on yourself.
Oh yeah.
That's where it's important to have another eye on you.
Definitely.
Thank you, Phil, for just incredible athletes today. You are correct, and you know what else is the environment today is incredible. The stage lighting, the crowd, everything here. It's really amping up the athletes.
Oh boy, we got a class coming.
Wow.
This is middleweight classic. This is a big one.
Wow.
So immediately we do see number 52 again. Here he is.
Oh yeah. Those quads are everything.
Yeah, I mean, your eyes just go right to the quads there.
Yes.
All right, it's a big group here. So they're gonna be up there for a minute.
Oh yeah.
All right, so they're already moving some peeps around here.
Thank you, baby. No, not right now. No, I don't need that. I don't need that.
All right, moving them around just so they can get some different comparisons involved here. We see a lot of return faces here. 28, who was in bodybuilding. Jose. 52, who was in bodybuilding. 36, who was in bodybuilding. 123 we're seeing again for the first time. Or for a second time, I should say. Pardon me. So we see a lot of returning faces from bodybuilding into classic, so you will see a lot of crossover here.
There we go. I just had to get that camera angle right. There was so much muscle on stage.
There's
I had to fit them all
a lot
in.
of muscle. It is hard to fit all these guys in here.
I know you were talking about the Joe. You were talking about the posing in men's physique. How is the posing in classic? Is it more? You think it's more of a finesse-like type posing, or is it more strenuous like we have in bodybuilding?
I think that's a great question, Todd. I think this, with men's classic physique here, this is a blend between the two. So you're hitting poses similar to that of the bodybuilder in terms of how they're hit, but you're hitting them with some different finesse and smoothness that you would see in men's physique. So this is, again, what kind of separates classic physique from bodybuilding is the finesse and the flow to the posing that you maybe don't see in bodybuilding. I've seen Kent, pop up in the chat here. One of the things that I've talked with him at length about is that bodybuilding, as he describes, is very rudimentary in the posing. It's very straight up and down. It's very hard flex. This is what you got. This is what it is. Whereas classic, there's a little bit of a flow. You might see a different contour to the hips when they hit the poses. And again, sometimes you don't necessarily know what's classic. You can just look at something and go, that's classic.
Yeah.
Again, you see 52 here, right? And jump onto that one leg.
Oh, yeah.
And he's kind of hitting it with a little angle to his hips.
Yeah.
You'll see some vacuums in classic physique where they're bringing their stomach up and in. That's a very classic element to the posing as well.
Definitely a classic element. The vacuum, and I'm sitting to the guy that has one of the best vacuums in the game.
You're gassing me up again over here, man. No, I appreciate it. And guys, if I start to speak too fast, it's because I'm a classic physique competitor myself, so I get passionate about this, and I may go on a run-on sentence sometimes, so I hope you can stay with me.
I love this category. I love classic physique, aka also classic bodybuilding. Great
Trying
category.
to see when they're open. I see somebody's asking.
We're on open categories right now. I'm not sure what open category you're referring to. We're on men's open classic physique at the moment here.
Yeah, let us know.
So again, these guys are hitting all the same poses as the bodybuilding division. But again, with classic physique, you're going to want to hit them in a slightly different way with a bit more finesse, a bit more poise, a bit more shift to the hips to just show the body in a different way here. You are right there. 121 does have some massive calves. All right, let's see that rear double bicep. Again, it's often where they say shows are won from the back.
From the back.
Let's see it. And again, make no mistake here, just because we say slightly less muscularity than that of the bodybuilding class, that doesn't mean there's not a ton of muscle on that stage right now, because there's a ton of muscle up there.
It's still bodybuilding.
Wow.
So now we're looking at who is that? 123 and
52 in the middle there.
Right there in the middle. You notice when I said something earlier about the maturity in the back and the lower back, you can see it in those two right there. You can see the difference. Lat development.
Very impressive here.
All right, so I'm going to have number 62 and 51 trade place with number 121 and 28.
So we're going to do some more movement here.
We're going to move, Yes. 121.
All right.
All right. So
again, this is just so judges on the left side, judges on the right side can see things. Sometimes you might not see competitors in the middle move too much because the judges have a good angle on them.
All right.
And again, this is also, you can see different bodies next to each other.
Yes, that's important.
Yep.
And in lighting, I'm noticing the right side of the stage might be a little darker.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, a little
I didn't know
hole.
if that was just us at the table, but it does look a little darker over
Yeah, I
there.
think it's a little. So that's fair. Move them around, get everybody in the best lighting.
Red line spread.
Absolutely. Somebody off to the right, you know, may not be in the greatest of lighting based on the way the stage is laid out.
Wow.
And you move them to the left and everything pops. Yeah. You say, oh, he was hiding in there. So that's why they don't just go through one round of posing, especially in a class of 6 guys like this. You really want to give them the time to move around.
Oh, we have a mom watching. I love that.
That's
From
awesome.
Staten Island. Thank you for watching. Jeffrey.
We'll be seeing him in the open men's physique category, which is coming up shortly after this.
Yes. So I'm going to
So
assume
stay
he's a
tuned
rare
there.
breed athlete.
They are
because-
rare
yeah.
breed coming from Staten Island.
Did he do the Mr. America with you? Is that who I'm thinking of? He was like electric on stage. He did like a little like dance, like
He did it back in 2020. Yes, and he actually won the amateur physique category
He's
at the
younger.
2020. He is younger.
Yes. Because I was judging
He
that
did
year.
the dice roll on the stage.
Yes. Okay. See, you do stuff like that, and then people
Full
don't
of
forget.
charisma.
Yeah,
Exactly.
people don't forget that. That's exactly what I remember.
That's why it's a funny thing you mentioned that. That's why stage presence is so important.
Big time.
Here's all.
important.
I love this. Favorite classic pose. Hit what you like, what suits your body. Look at this. It's so cool to see everybody's favorite pose is something different.
Yeah.
Give me one more pose. This is what you're gonna do before you exit off stage. Before I see you tonight, give me your favorite, most muscular pose.
Oh, here we go.
Come on.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
There we go.
Love it, love it, love it.
Thanks, guys.
Good job. Good
See you
job,
guys
guys.
tonight. Awesome work.
That's awesome.
Yo, before we bring the next class, keep on, guys, keep on. Actually,
Oh, there we go. I thought my cameraman backstage was gone, but apparently he's still back there.
Good show is good music, right?
They love it. Great job, guys.
All right, we're going to be seeing the open heavyweight classic physique coming up next here.
Open heavyweight. It looks like
We have 2 competitors
you want to
here.
go ahead and give those names a shot.
Yeah, we can go first names here. So we have number 37. I'm going to say Rashid there. If anybody in the comments wants to correct me there, if you know this person, you can help me out. And then we have number 97, Albie, who was out in men's physique. We have no number 37. Rashid is gone.
Oh, man.
So 97 scared him right away. And he'll be by himself.
What you got? Quarter turn to the right.
So Albie, we already saw this is another rare breed athlete from Staten Island. We saw him already in the men's
great.
physique category. This is a good practice round for him.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, for that overall. So we saw that. It's funny, we saw this in bodybuilding with different competitors, of course. The heavyweight category only having 1 competitor.
Yeah.
But this, again, gives him time to practice his posing. So I see his coach in the crowd, and this is why it's important to have a really good coach. His coach is filming his posing right now with the cell phone. Now, again, is not going to deliver the best lighting in the world, but they can review that cell phone footage before the finals tonight in the overall and make corrections.
Smart.
Okay, so this is why it's really important to have a good coach with you. You know, whether it be somebody close to you or somebody that can travel to the show, ideally, so that they can help you out in between the morning show and the night show, especially if, in Albie's case, he's going to be going into the overall.
Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be
right.
All right, that's going to do it for I'll Be
Oh,
There.
wait. Oh,
Yeah.
I missed it. He's going to come back and flex for the camera again.
Are you guys having fun?
Oh, I like that. We got some
You
big,
look good, too.
big class coming out.
Our next class is open.
Oh, big class on deck.
All right, we have open figure A here. So we have a little division in the figure categories between A and B. So some of the categories, like bodybuilding and classic physique, are broken into weight categories. Other classes, such as figure here, are broken into height categories. So you'll see A and B for a short and tall distinction. Again, just so we can accurately compare more even sizing. Now, the reason why you don't have weight categories for something like this is because the weight differential is going to be very small between athletes because the level of muscularity is much less than that of, say, men's bodybuilding or men's classic physique. So breaking this up by weight wouldn't necessarily make sense. So
Right.
that's why figure is broken up in terms of height rather than weight.
Yes. So we got our Julie from France back out there, number 10.
As I say, we see some repeat competitors here.
Yes, and it looks like number 98, Tabitha. This might be, I don't know if
I don't think we've seen her yet. We would have
Oh.
noticed that hair.
The hair,
She's got the
yes.
red hair going on.
Yes.
This makes her stand out. Again, it all goes into your presentation as far as hair color, suit color, jewelry.
Yep, and then we got number 100, Vanessa, who is she's the woman from Jacksonville who's competing with her husband.
Nice.
Beautiful. The Reeds are taking it over here.
Number 100 looks like her. She's tightened up since we saw her too.
She has, absolutely.
Yes.
You'll again, as we spoke on with the bodybuilders, you'll see that as competitors come out for their second, maybe third time. You'll see them get a little bit tighter as the day goes on, as they maybe drink a little more water, have another little, snack or another little meal. Or let's see her hamstrings popping out now that I
Yes, that's what
didn't
I'm
notice
saying.
that
I didn't
earlier.
notice earlier either.
And it could be just more relaxed now, so her stress level might be a little lower now that it's later in the day. It's her second go on stage.
Thank you. If you ladies don't mind stepping right behind that carpet a little bit, just a little bit, yes.
So now being more relaxed, everything's really popping on her physique now.
Oh yeah.
Fabulous. Quarter turn to the right. How are these ladies doing? Give them a round of applause. They are working hard. Let's give it to them.
So how's the camera work, guys? You love it?
I think they have amazing angles. I mean, you never get to see this for the general public. You guys you have a real treat here with these camera angles
Quarter turn to the right.
to be able to see literally a judge's point of view.
Yeah, it's funny because that's one of the things I love about this setup is I have a zero footprint in here. There's cameras everywhere and you don't even see them or know that they're here. So it doesn't impede on the judges.
Nice.
They don't even know.
Beautiful.
So Sammy, how important is posing in figure?
Thank you.
Oh,
Nope, she
left us?
just jumped us.
She jumped us.
So we were going to get Sammy's perspective there, being a figure competitor herself, on the importance of posing.
Here's the next class.
So we have the
coming.
figure tall. Once again, scared everybody away.
Yes.
Let's see if she's coming back to the table. We can get her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we asked her a question and she just ran away.
Ran away.
So she was
Yeah.
fixing the
I'm
camera
sorry.
angle. So Todd was
Oh,
asking the importance.
yes.
How does what's the importance of the posing as you're a professional figure competitor.
Yes,
So maybe you could provide a little insight to us on what's
posing
required
is-
for figure.
Posing is so important with figure. I believe it can make you or break you for sure. I mean, look, like this is an example. Daryl right here, her posing is flawless. And like with every division though, you're able to really hide your weaknesses and bring out your strengths.
Yes.
If you are a master poser, you really like her hand on her hip. That's us hiding one of her weaknesses because she's got very long, not weaknesses, but she just has very long arms.
Yeah.
And it takes away from her physique sometimes. So by putting that hand on her hip, it takes your eyes away from the arms.
Right.
And now you're looking at her delts. because they pop when she does that. You know, so that was like very methodical, very purposeful. So with a figure, there's a lot of things you can manipulate. Even though the posing looks so basic, there's so much you can manipulate with just twists, angles, the way your feet are, your elbows forward, your chest is up, your core is tight, your lats are open, your chest is up, your hips are back.
It goes back to what Joe was talking about, getting you a good coach. You got to have a good coach, someone that can actually pinpoint these little details for you.
Yeah, and you'd be shocked at how many athletes have two coaches.
Yes.
They have a coach for their diet and training, and then they have a posing coach.
Right.
And I think that is, you know, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Smart to do that.
Smart. You build your team. You have a team, you know. You have a team. Nutrition,
She looks
posing,
so good.
everything.
All right, so we have men's physique lightweight category. This is incredible here.
So you,
Wow.
Yeah.
there they come.
Oh, they're giving these guys some spotlight. They're bringing them out one at a time. There's the air horn coming again.
This crowd is great. And you guys in the comments are great too. Just want to put that out there.
Thank
So-
you, Ronald. Ronald was saying
Yeah.
the whole coverage contest is great. Thank you, Ronald.
And number 85.
Big class here for the lightweight.
I gotta have to zoom out.
Yeah, we got a lot of muscle up there.
All right. All right, guys.
I got a camera for that. Hold on.
We got the wide lens coming. We got it. We got you.
We got it.
Don't worry. It's coming. Wow, we got a lot of men's physique guys coming. You guys are in for it here.
Yes.
Goodness.
Excellent. Wow. All right.
Oh, hold on. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
So we're going to fix it up a little bit.
I like this. I like to be able to pan them like this. Hold on.
All right, so we're moving some guys around right off the jump here.
You guys see it, right?
85.
There we go. Now we got everybody on there. I
So
think we're still missing one maybe.
he lost his leg in a training exercise. He was in the military
Wow.
at Fort Bragg. Didn't slow him down.
Did not slow him down at all.
His physique is amazing.
This is such an inspiration.
Yes.
This is honestly to be up there and with one leg. I mean, still making the most of it and still battling it out there. I mean, this is incredible.
Just looking at him and number 80 next to him, those like my favorite right now.
Yeah, he looks phenomenal.
Yes.
I mean, great V-taper, great abdominal separation there. This is going to be a tough one to split
Oh,
up.
yeah, definitely.
All right, guys. Quarter chart to the
We have
right.
some return competitors that we've seen before. Number 114 he's pulling the trifecta here.
Oh, yeah.
He's been in bodybuilding, classic, and now men's physique.
He's going to
We saw number 110 earlier as well. Yeah, we see number 80 there, Charles. He was in the Masters. Now he's battling it out with everybody in the Open. I mean, this is
Yeah, 114 is going to
this is
sleep
an
real good.
insane category. He really is. Wow.
After he eats a double-decker pizza.
Somebody say pizza? Hey, I tried to tell athletes, don't forget about the media table. We know there's good snacks back there. Except for Joe. Joe can't have snacks.
I'm not dieting
Oh, you're
just
not
quite
dieting?
yet.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm not dieting quite yet.
Okay, so Joe can have snacks. I thought that was going to be more snacks for me.
I didn't take my snacks yet.
I mean,
Why?
seriously.
Are you trying to tell me I need to start dieting?
No. I've been following all. Oh yes.
All right, Daryl's bringing us some beverages.
He's so
We're
good.
getting comfy back here.
He's the hostess with the mostest.
He really is. I don't think he sleeps all weekend.
No. second. Who do we have out here? Is Jeremy out here right now? Wait.
I don't think so. No. Or on the left.
Which one is Jeremy?
I think he may go by a different name because we don't.
No. Yeah, he's got to be a different name on here.
Yeah.
What number is your friend?
17.
Where is 17 on stage currently? Somebody help me out. I feel like I'm getting punked right here.
Me too. Okay, so let's.
17.
Yeah, guys, we're on the angled side here, so we can't necessarily see.
Yes, sir.
Wow, and Daryl's got the Florida State water bottles. He's got the labels on the bottles. I love this. That's incredible. It's the little details when you look at a show, guys. It's the little stuff.
87.
Awesome.
And they are putting these guys through all of the paces. Now, guys, we don't have an 85 on stage. We have an 80 and we have an 87. Unless our score sheets are incorrect. But these are the same score sheets the judges have, so.
Oh, he's 17 years old. Is it this guy right here on the end?
I'm not really sure who they're referring to here. 'Cause we don't have an 85 on our end.
Oh, we do. 85. He's right here. He's
Where's
right
he
here.
at?
He's right here. He's right here.
Did you find him?
Yeah, he's on the end.
Yeah, okay. Say he's
Oh,
17
okay,
years
there
old.
he is. Wow.
That's awesome.
How about him holding it? You know what? Okay, so when I was heating up my breakfast this morning, I saw his mom heating up his meal, saying it was for her son, first-time competitor, 17 years old.
Nice.
Wasn't worried about prom, wasn't worried about graduation. He was worried about this as his first bodybuilding show.
That's awesome.
He actually has a great physique.
Yeah,
for
he does.
17.
For 17 years old, he's insane. I mean, he belongs up there. You know, granted, he does need some more
The
muscle maturity, but
yes.
he's 17 years old. I mean,
Right. We're looking at that through. Right.
that's insane.
Yeah.
Oops, hold on. I love
You know, and props to him for just jumping right into the fire for being 17. And he clearly has quite the fan base too. You guys
Oh, he has
shouting
a
out
big-
17. I mean,
big
he's
fan
definitely
base.
the crowd favorite coming
Oh,
in our
yeah.
chat here.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And I just think remarkable at 17 to be, you know, banging heads with guys.
Well, let's think
Twice
about what
his
other
age.
let's think about what other 17-year-olds are doing right now.
Right.
So in his circle, he is the beast.
Yes.
He's the GOAT.
He's an outlier. Yeah, to be 17 on stage.
He's poised, too.
He looks very comfortable, very confident up there. He doesn't look shaken at all by the fact that he's up against a bunch of grown men.
Right.
He looks unfazed.
I love him getting into his poses.
Yeah. I do, too.
Okay, so we have
lot of
Ernest. Is
swag.
Ernest up
Yeah,
there?
yeah, Ernest up
So
there, too, right
Ernest
there in the red short.
Ernest is coming in for an open pro card because he's a Masters pro.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, Ernest, he writes publishes a little magazine called Get 'Em Magazine, and he's been highlighting a lot
This
of.
is who's behind Get 'Em.
Yeah, in the red shorts.
58.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. I never knew who that was behind the scenes, but now I get to meet him in person.
Yes.
Yeah, Get 'Em Magazine was doing all sorts of fantastic promotion leading up to this event.
Yes, I thought that was so wonderful.
So cool.
Yes, definitely.
Great to see the athletes get the exposure they deserve.
And they deserve it. They deserve it. That's one thing I love about natural bodybuilding is that we're starting to actually give these guys and ladies the exposure that they deserve. You know, you got household names now. You know.
Yes, yes. And Todd, we thank you for always supporting all the efforts that we do to give the athletes that.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Like today, all the way from Texas to be on the mic.
Oh, you know, it's a pleasure. I'm honored to be here.
85.
All right, looks like we're just moving some more people around here.
I mean, my cameras are just like popping right now with the lights and
Yeah,
the
this
oil and the
angle
muscle.
is great. That straight on judge's angle is
Isn't that awesome?
top notch.
I love that one.
All
Oh,
right,
wait,
here we
wait,
go,
wait,
moving
wait,
them
wait.
around some.
They working them.
Quarters on the right.
I'm sorry, these comments are good. You guys are so fun.
Yeah,
so
they are
I'm gonna
blowing up
share
the
some
chat
of
right
these.
now for
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Oh wait, he's like, hold on. Go. You're good.
Quarters on to the right.
My gimbal is Daryl proof.
This is a good class.
This is incredible. And again, they're really working them. They're really giving them time to show everything that they have here.
They are really working.
One quarter, sweep that to the 110.
More swaps coming here.
See, I said you blow up the chat, and your man might get more camera time. I mean, I don't know. I'm all about the live chat.
Now the live chat's going crazy right now.
Oh, it's going mad. Jeremy is a superstar on the live chat.
On the family TV, you love that. This is just a big thank you to Sammy of SubCulture here to provide this experience for the people at home that can't be here today to watch it in person.
Oh man.
To be able to see it in this type of quality. And this really is fantastic coverage
Yes.
for what you're doing with all the cameras and making sure the lighting is set up.
Yeah, running around like a crazy person.
Running around like a nut. And we're just thankful to be a part of it, just to be able to talk about
Oh
it.
man,
Definitely.
you guys, I'm so grateful
This
that
is
you're
cool.
here.
Quarters on to the right.
Now, all y'all in the chat, you better not disappear once Jeremy's class is done. All right, we need that energy for everybody. All right. I want y'all to tell me every class that comes up your favorite. Okay, all the Jeremy lovers out there, we love you all. We don't want you to go. You guys are too much fun.
You guys are too much fun, and I swore I wasn't going to share any chats unless they were super chats, but this is just too fun.
It's awesome.
And I know the athletes in the back can see it when we share it on
And
the
when
TV.
Jeremy goes back to watch this, you know, when the YouTube replay is posted and he goes to watch it, he's gonna be able to see all these comments. So, thank you guys for all the support. We really appreciate it.
They got a battle going on up here.
Yeah, they are moving them around a lot, man.
Real battle.
My goodness. So you really start to see as they leave them up there for this long, who gets better,
Yes.
if anybody
Exactly.
starts to fade. Yeah, because they could be close between first, second, third, fourth. Oh, we got a super chat coming in.
No.
Super chat. Share them up.
Uh-oh, going to the super chat. Hold on.
So you will see sometimes if they start to pose for a long time, some competitors might fade,
Here
and
we
that
go,
could be
here
the
we go.
decision. Super chat,
Thank
hit the
you.
board.
Thank you. I appreciate that super chat, Gabriel. Thank you. He's a dancer, bodybuilder, and a great friend. Oh, he's a dancer.
He's a Renaissance
Oh, I
man.
can't wait to see finals. I hope he brings out some of that, some of
yeah.
that flair on stage.
Gotta see a good dancing routine.
They've been up there a long time.
Yeah, this is a
They
lot.
are. They have to be, or we won't have time to share all of these comments.
Yeah.
That's a wrap. What a class. What a class.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to make a quick announcement. Does anybody in the audience like cash?
Yeah, boys. Great job. Oh, I think Daryl's giving away some cash right now.
I think we're giving away some money.
A little moolah.
Intermission, what we're going to have.
All right, so yeah, it sounds like we're going to a.
What we're doing next year.
Hold on.
Next year, we are going to have professional arm wrestling during championship weekend also. So what you're going to get today during the intermission.
I don't arm
from
wrestle my
1
son
to
anymore. He's
2:30
12.
Is a Beat the Pro challenge. Anybody that wants to come on stage and have an opportunity to take a shot and beat our pro arm wrestler Brandon Morris, you will get $3,000 cash in fist on the stage.
So
So stick around
Wow.
if you want to test your might against a professional arm wrestler just to see how you stack up.
Okay, so just to give you all a recap of what all that just was there. So Daryl's got a professional arm wrestler here. During intermission, if anybody would like to challenge the professional arm wrestler and then wins, they'll get $3,000 cash handed to them. No, we heard that right. $3,000.
doing it?
No.
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 That won't end well.
That will not end well.
Uh-oh.
But I hope somebody does. I would love to see that. All right, now we have the middleweight men's physique. All right, so here we go. See a lot of repeat players here. We've seen some of these guys before in either other categories. So we could be seeing some repeat players here. Now, when it comes to competing in multiple categories in the same day, will you come out smoother, better, more polished? Or does it start to hurt you and start to fade? I know for myself, competing in multiple categories in the same day, sometimes when you get to the second or third category, you start to get tired. You don't realize how long you're up there posing and how much hard work it is to flex that entire time. So it can actually come back to bite you sometimes. So we will see how these competitors fare here.
All right, guys, I gotta be able to see your numbers. Face each other, please.
So this is our middle heavyweight, correct?
This is the middleweight men's physique, yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So we still have heavyweight to follow here.
All right.
And again, we will see a men's physique overall later of the lightweight, middleweight, and heavyweight winners to see how all the physiques compare against one another. So we had 7 guys in the lightweight. Now we have 6 here in the middleweight category. You can see them all from that center angle there on stage.
Who haven't we seen yet?
I'm pretty sure we've seen just about, except
number
number 9 maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe 95, Marcus.
And 95 as well, yeah. We have not seen those gentlemen yet. Everybody else has been out already, either in a master's category or in a different category. Hey, Daryl dropping off snacks now. Now we got some protein bars. Man, what doesn't this guy have? He's got cash.
Oh, cash.
He's throwing protein bars at us.
I gotta go for the wide shot so we can see all these backs.
Again, a lot of muscle up
A
there.
lot of muscle.
All right, guys, so, hey. There's a slight difference between bodybuilding.
Thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know, my radical blood boils over like.
All right, the head's just giving them some direction here
Head to my toes, you said some shit that I can't let go.
to make sure that everybody stays coordinated here. There is a line that they all stand on stage, and as a competitor, I am guilty of doing this myself. You start to cheat forward a little bit just to try to look bigger for the judges.
Yeah.
And, I say it's all good and fair until they tell you to back up onto the line. So they're just making them readjust, make sure they're all in the right spot. Like you said, Sammy, we got some wide backs on the stage here. Men's physique, it's so vital to have that V-taper. Wide shoulders, wide lats, tiny waist.
Tiny waist.
As Todd likes to call them, it's the bad boys.
Bad boy.
Some cheers here for number 95.
95, let's go. That's Marcus. That's our guy Marcus here.
All right, and this is only his second year competing.
Wow. He looks like a seasoned competitor up there.
He does look good.
It's a great class once again.
Hey, so out of everybody watching, who is actually screen sharing this live feed to a television?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Who's
that's
putting
a
on the tubes?
really fun way to watch this.
Yeah.
That's what they're watching in the back.
Nice. We got another shout out for 28. Let's go to 28. That's Jose. Shout out your favorite competitors in the chat. Shout them out, shout them out.
Oh, yeah, so number 28, he's another one of those younger competitors.
But he's holding his own phenomenally up there, and he
Yes.
looks confident. Looks
Yes.
very confident.
That's Jose. I actually met him yesterday, and he bodybuilding runs in his family. So,
Awesome.
yeah. And I said, you have great delts. He goes, I got this from my mom.
I get it from my mama.
I love that. I love that. It's the first thing I noticed when you look at his shoulders. He
Yeah,
had his
he's got
shirt
very
on.
wide shoulders.
And I was like, where did you get these popping delts?
Yeah.
Right.
There goes the air horn again.
I just hope my son says that someday.
I get it from my mama.
I get it from my mama.
You know he's got the good genetics. And I tell you what, men's physique, the one word I like to describe their posing with is swag. They just have a
Swag.
certain swag about it, a certain swagger that comes through with this posing. Because
Yes,
again,
they
it's
do.
not the same level of flexing as that of a bodybuilder. So you have to implement a little extra something on it to really stand out. And that's where, like I said, that swag comes into play, where you can just really see the personality and the style of the competitor and how they move. And I think that can sometimes be a differentiating factor between bodies that look very similar. It's, okay, who's presenting themselves in a more, you know, a more fun way.
Right.
Number nine. I need you to not spread too much. Yeah, and I need you guys.
All right, so we're just making a few corrections on their posing here, just to make sure that there's no bumping elbows.
Please. All right.
Sharing some of those comments for you guys. Oh, thank you. I love seeing the live chat below up. But I'm not really sure what the judges are doing right now, moving them around. You never know. Like, you can never know if your athlete, how they're going to place by the way the judges are moving them around on stage.
Right. There's no center stage.
Todd, I do want to give props to your tanners that you recommended. I have seen some good color today.
Yeah, they're the best. You know.
Just give them a shout out.
Scott and Lisa Ramsey, Show
Ramsey,
Glow.
yeah. Show Glow, yes.
Yes.
Everybody's color does look phenomenal today. I'm
I mean, those are the
very
details.
pleased to see that.
Yeah, that's what really makes a good show. It not only is, I'm not able to stream that. The reason I'm able to stream this in such good quality, it goes beyond what I'm capable of. It's the lighting that Daryl has. It's the backdrop. It's the tan. It's the glaze. It is like so many other elements that go into making these athletes and this venue incredible. So it makes my job easy. But there is so many details that go into hosting a fantastic show.
It's something to look for too as a competitor. You know, when you're researching a show, not only the location, I like to look at the history of the competition itself, how the show ran in the year or two prior to that, and again, who the sponsor tanner is, things like that.
Right.
You know, this show is also a very convenient factor as well. It's in a beautiful hotel, the Hilton, Orlando Altamont Springs here. The venue is inside the hotel, so as a competitor, once you park your car, you don't really have to go anywhere. Yeah, the venue's right downstairs, so you get to wake up, walk down, and compete. So it's very, very convenient too. But again, these tans today are beautiful.
Yeah, they did a good
great
job.
color.
They do a real good job.
And nobody's tan is running either. Sometimes when you see a poor tanning product, it starts to run as the competitors sweat because it is hot up there on stage. The lights are bright, but a good tan will adhere to the skin and it'll stay on there despite a little bit of sweat or a little bit of run.
And you haven't seen anyone just with crazy run up, just sweating to death up there.
No, when they sweat, it almost makes them glow a little bit.
Right.
It's actually kind of complimenting their physique here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's some great tanners. They also have their promoters also. They promote the San Antonio State championship, which will be June 25th.
Awesome. So anybody down in Texas, that's something to look at. Especially for these competitors too. I mean, that's only a couple more weeks away. They can just, you know, continue their diet and head right on down.
Oh yeah. This was a good class.
That was a great class there. Absolutely. And we got one more for Open Men's Physique. We have the heavyweight division now. So
I'm going to leave this comment up so he can see it on the TV when he gets off stage.
that's awesome. All right, heavyweights, bring them out. We've got 4 of them. All right, those that were waiting for Jeff Camber here he is.
There he is.
Number 115. He grew a little beard since I saw him last. He looks a little bit older up on stage now with the facial hair. I tell you what, this is a hell of a class.
This is.
We've seen 3 out of 4 of these guys already. 109 Dorian, we have not seen him yet. He's been waiting. So again, it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top here. Is it one of the guys that we've seen earlier? And again, we haven't seen Jeff. The reason I acted like we've seen Jeff is because I know Jeff personally. I know competitor 115, but we haven't seen him either. So the 2 on the left, 97 and 102, we've seen them earlier. Number 109 and 115, their first time on stage for today.
Yes.
How's it going to shake out between the guys that have been up, been a little warm, or the guys that have sat, waited around, and prepared just for this class only? How's it going to shake out?
All pro caliber physiques right now.
It really is, yeah. I mean, these guys look insane. This does look like a pro class, honestly.
They all can actually compete with the pros.
No, none of these guys would look out of place in a pro lineup.
I think we have.
Guys, I'm going to have you move towards the right, towards my right side, which is your.
All right, so we're just shifting them a little bit so they can get in the proper lights here.
They look great.
This is really a heck of a class, man.
All right.
And again, I keep saying it'll be interesting to see how the winner of this category goes up against the winner of the middleweight and lightweight categories. We got some more shout-outs for Jeff, number 115. He's, again, we've mentioned them before, Team Rare Breed out of Staten Island. His teammates on the opposite side of the stage, number 97, Albie.
Oh, shoot. Sorry. Did I just...
So it's pretty cool to see teammates go against each other, too.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all camaraderie and love
that
in the
makes it
sport.
fun, too.
Obviously, everybody's trying to win while they're out there, but this is a sport about camaraderie.
Yeah.
So... And Jeffrey Camber, the ballroom dancer, too. So we'll have to see if he comes out with a spicy routine later. Yeah, it's a hell of a class. And that's what you'll get with an open category sometimes. You know, where everybody looks like they're ready to take that step up to the pro level, but there can only be one winner that goes on to the overall.
This is a hard class here, though.
All right, they're going to swap them around again.
There's just enough shadows on stage to really bring out the depth in these athletes.
Yeah, the stage lighting is incredible here in person. And it is showing up very well on the live feed as well.
HD, baby.
HD, you love to see it.
If I was to try to stream something like this in 4K, everything would blow up.
Yeah. So, Sammy, I have an interesting question for you that you may know the answer to.
Okay, give me a shot.
Since the open competitors, right, we are going to see a new pro come out of this. Is that pro then allowed to enter the pro show tomorrow?
No.
They are not. Okay. So they have to wait, right? Because we still have to wait for drug testing
Yes.
to come back
So
negative.
I spoke. Hold on.
We're suggesting some camera angles here.
I'm having a. Yeah, hold on.
I think that would be right, though, Joe. I mean, they have to actually pass the test
Correct.
in order to actually be legitimate as a pro. You know, so it'd only be right for
Yeah, so-
them not being able to actually compete with the pros until that process is complete.
For sure, that's a great point there. So whoever does earn professional status from the amateurs today does have to, submit to a comprehensive urinalysis panel there.
Right.
And that takes a couple weeks to come back sometimes because it gets sent off to a professional lab.
Right.
So until that comes back, then obviously they won on stage, but then they're awarded their professional status after that.
Yes.
So they can't just jump right in with the pros just yet. But I would
Just
recommend they hang around, spectate the show to get a glimpse of what a pro class is like.
Definitely.
So I think we answered the question there.
All right. The judges have special requests.
But it is nice that the pro show is tomorrow,
Right.
so that the amateurs can then kind of scout out the pros and then see what's required of that pro level and pro division.
Right.
And I like that the pros get their own separate event as well. That way neither the pros nor the amateurs have to wait around all day for one to finish. They can have their own spotlight.
Definitely.
This is what we're looking for from the front.
Good class, Joe.
Looking for everything from the front.
Good.
Yeah, we got a
class.
lot of shout outs for Jeff in the chat. Jeff is killing it right now.
To the right.
Shout out to my man Quandarius Wilson in the house.
Yeah, we got Q Wilson sitting right next to us here.
Oh yeah,
He doesn't have a microphone in front of him, but he's always got something good to say.
yeah, definitely. We have to get him on the mic.
Yeah, well, we'll give him a little celeb shout out on the mic here. Man, they're still moving him around.
Man, that is crazy. But I understand. This is a hard job for the judges. These guys are equally, pretty much across the board.
This is it. I said it before, Todd. I'm so glad that we're at this table and not the judges table, because
Exactly.
we both judged ourselves, and we've judged in the past, and it's tough to make those calls sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Because you're splitting hairs when it comes to deciding the winners for these classes, and it's a very hard decision to make, and you have to stick by it. And unfortunately, it is a competition, so somebody has to win.
Right.
Somebody has to come in second, third, and fourth in this case. And it's no slight to the person that came in fourth in this lineup, because
not this
they all
lineup.
look insane.
Right.
I always say to my competitors, would you rather place higher in a weak lineup or lower in a better lineup?
Yes.
And you always want to compete in the best lineup possible, the most competitive lineup.
Because, like I say, any one of these four guys could actually step on the pro stage.
Absolutely.
I believe that. So there's really no.
There's
Somebody
no
has
slight.
to win, but there's no losers in this class. None.
No slight at all here. So again, any one of these four guys could, maybe win at a different show in an amateur category.
Yes.
But somebody has to get fourth out of these four guys here,
Right.
which is, again, you say unfortunate, but it's not, because if you look at the caliber of the lineup,
Right.
it is really something to be said for that.
All right, fellas. I'll see you tonight.
Wow.
All right. And that's going to do it for Open Men's Physique. And I believe we have one category left, and that'll be the Open Bikini division. We have an A and a B, which again is going to differentiate between short and tall. And Bikini short is going to be deep. We have, I think,
Okay.
pretty sure we have 11 for this category, so we might see them in bunches.
We got Angela up there, number 20. She's another one of Peter's clients.
Oh yeah, you thought we were done. No, there's more. But
Wow.
wait, there's more.
But wait, there's going to be a back row.
So
Number 32 is Amanda. We've seen her. She was from Alaska.
106 and 85.
49 is Kira. She's from Alabama. 59 is Haley, and this is her first show. So we got to give her lots of support. That's awesome. She's only 19 years old, number 59.
59.
Yes, first show. 65 is Nelly, another 2020 Physiques athlete.
What about this 93 right here?
93 is a returning competitor. So her mom is actually a competitor. I think she won last year, I want to
Really?
say, number 93, yes. The amateur. All right, let me try to follow what the expediter's doing here.
So I think what they're
Okay,
going to do
good.
here, yeah, so they're going to do some call outs here.
Perfect, that's what I like.
So there's not enough room for all, I think 10 ladies on the stage, if I'm counting correctly. Yeah, I see 10. There's 11 on our score sheet, but I think we do have one scratch. So what they're going to do is some call outs.
Number 78.
And that's just because all 10 won't fit side by side on stage.
No.
So you have to break this into bunches so you can accurately compare people, because we don't have room for all 10 to stand next to each other. And honestly, that would be a disservice to the competitors. So we're doing some call outs.
Number 66.
Now this doesn't necessarily have any indicators on placing. This is just comparing different groups of girls
Chloe's
together.
out there. Okay, so Chloe, she's in the purple suit all the way to the right. And you know what I love, and I know you go to enough shows to appreciate this, is seeing competitors that you've seen make such huge improvements over
Yes.
time.
Yes.
She's one of those athletes that I've seen compete, and this is she's like, Sammy, I think this is the best I've looked. And when you go to a competitor besides that, you know, we don't say that often.
No,
But
we
this
don't
does.
just say that.
She looks great. Her core is nice and tight. All right, let's see what we got.
Again, with bikini, we have many differences in how they like to hit their poses.
And that walk.
The walk is very important for bikini. It shows their poise in the
And
heels
condition.
there. Shows the
and-
condition of their
hey,
physique.
And let's just call a spade a spade. The judges are looking for jiggle.
They are.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're looking for glutes there and how tight and conditioned the glutes are.
I always say once the women stop walking, everything should stop walking. If it keeps going, we got a problem.
It's true. That's the hard truth behind it.
Yeah.
And it really separates, you know, a conditioned athlete from one that, you know,
Right.
maybe needs to be a little bit leaner.
That's right.
And we're saying needs to be a little bit leaner in a bodybuilding competitive sense. All these women look
Absolutely.
phenomenal.
Absolutely.
But when you're splitting hairs on a stage here, you need to do just that. You need to split hairs to decide.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret.
Again, this is the women's category that is, you know, sort of paralleled with men's physique that we just saw.
All right, ladies. So,
You know, so they can incorporate their own little bit of, you know, lady swag and lady swagger and sass into this posing, but it's not anything that has to be done. You know, when you're thinking of bikini posing, it should convey your personality and your own personal style.
So I'm looking at this class. This is a strong class, so I'm going to be a little nitpicking here. But number 78, she's adorable. I just would like to see her twist a little more in that pose,
I agree.
just a little bit.
As Todd and I talked about that earlier, you know,
Yeah.
you want your front pose to look like a front pose, not a
Yes.
side pose. So.
But the other girls are just outposing her with that twist.
Just a little bit, yeah.
I'm surprised the judge hasn't called them out. But, yeah, it's just all the little details, the little nuances.
And as you said, Sammy, that's what you have to do with a larger class is you have to start nitpicking. You know, if it's, we saw smaller classes earlier where it's 2 or 3, it's a bit easier to say, okay, 1, 2, 3. This, when there's 10 girls up there, I mean, you have to really start breaking it down.
You got to.
And the bigger the class, the more you have to look at those finer details to be able to separate a class of girls into placings.
So I do like how they do their back pose in this federation with the arm out. It really forces the girls to spread those lats and show off that back.
Yes, with the one hand on the hip.
Yeah, I like it. So much.
It definitely highlights more of the muscularity in the back and the lats.
Yeah, and I think that those nice lats is very attractive on a female because all it's going to do is make your waist look smaller.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As we talked about earlier with women in terms of building muscle, a lot of women are afraid to lift weights because they don't want to get bulky or they don't want to.
Oh, we got Ken on the side pose, front pose. He hates that.
Yeah, it is tough because it can't be the same thing.
I agree with him. From a judge's perspective,
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I don't lie at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go.
She's coming in for that open pro card.
right? They
I
switched
was
out
gonna
with
say if she's not a
65.
Masters Pro, she should be.
Yes, no, she is. And you know what the funny thing about her is? I did a little rundown of all of the athletes before the show, and I had pointed out in my live stream how she's very tall and she's got great lines. You know what? She's not that tall. She's like 5'4". But does she
Really?
not have like the most stunning lines on stage?
Yes.
She appears much taller.
Yes. Yes. But thank gosh she's like, you're not the only person who said that to me.
Right.
It's got those long, elegant legs.
32. And number 98.
But yes.
Get back in line.
And it is interesting.
3, top 5, you pretty much know who they are going to be. You can pretty much pull them out. Not necessarily what place they're going to be in, but you know who your top 5 will be. Now, as a judge, the hard part is judging the rest of them.
Yes.
The 10, the 9, the 8, whether these competitors place. It's a hard job.
It really is. And everybody has to be placed. And again, one thing I always like to mention to competitors and other folks alike about bodybuilding, it is a subjectively judged sport. This isn't, a sport where the ball goes in the hoop and that's 2 points.
Right.
This is a subjective judging based on an interpreted criteria. So the judge has to read the criteria, understand what that means, and then apply that to lineups.
Exactly. And that's why we have so many judges, to make it fair. It's not just one person. It's the opinion of 7 to 9.
Yeah, so we talked about appearing taller on stage. We got a comment from our guy Kent Beerley in the chat there that so he's 5'6.5", and I made sure I got that right. 5'6.5".
Are you sure he's not shrinking?
He might be going down. I'm not sure. All that powerlifting that he's been doing, it might be shrinking him. But and this is what I talked about earlier. So there's a line where the competitors will stand on stage, but
I think that's one of his secrets.
Until they tell you to move back, cheat up a little bit. Why not? I mean, it's not gonna hurt anybody. So move it forward. Unless they tell you to back up. But it's how you can appear taller on stage.
I think the more bulkier, shorter stance for Kent is actually an advantage.
It can be, absolutely. Yeah. It depends on the lineup you're in. Yeah. It really does.
And with his condition is always crazy.
Absolutely. So this goes back to what we spoke on earlier about posing and presenting to your strengths. And you have to be doing the most for your body in what you're doing. So myself as an athlete, I got a longer torso, longer legged frame, so I pose a lot higher, and I take advantage of that, whereas somebody shorter, you may want to just kind of fly underneath somebody, but, being shorter, you might look wider in the shoulders because of the fat, and you might look like you appear like you have a smaller waist. So, it really is a testament, not trying to copy somebody else's posing. You have to do the best job for your physique. And that's why it's important to have a set of eyes on you to, like a posing coach, to make sure you're posing to your strengths and hiding your weaknesses.
All right.
All right, the crowd's going nuts for Bikini right now. We got some, I hear Marcus Harris yelling in the crowd. Some Team 2020 Physique athletes on stage.
Yes, Ron. Judging is very hard. Very hard.
Big time work, absolutely.
They're working this class.
They really are. They're putting them through the paces here. I like how they're doing different call-outs too. They did their original one, then they added and subtracted, and then they shuffled around. So it's not just, some shows will do first call-out, second call-out, done.
Right.
They have shuffled and interchanged this so many times to really give a good look at each person. All right, moving them around some more here. Because sometimes if you just do that first call out, second call out, you might miss somebody or miss something.
Right.
So it's important to give it another go and give it some due diligence to make sure you didn't miss anybody.
When you have a big class like this, it's easy to get lost in the crowd.
Absolutely. Let's say you do that first call out of your apparent top competitors. Then you do that second call out and you realize there's a big standout in the second call out. Now you want to compare them to the first call outs to make sure you didn't miss them or make sure they didn't belong amongst the top people.
Right.
And again, maybe a person that you thought was in the top starts to fade. And they start to get tired and look tired in their posing. You truly never know. So that's why it's great that the judges are really putting them through the work here to make sure they get it right. Because the last thing you want is, less time on stage and you feel like you got overlooked or you feel like you got slighted or shorthanded by you didn't get looked at enough. None of the ladies can say that there today. I mean, everybody's
they're getting that time.
A lot of time in front of the judge's eye.
Might be getting more time.
So now you guys, number 89, I think she's in her late 50s.
Really?
That
right
is
here in the
incredible.
green, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, she's competing. I think she's competing as a pro tomorrow too. In Masters.
So she's a Masters pro.
Yes.
Wow.
I love her whole look.
I do too.
Everything from the suit color forward, everything.
It looks great.
Ladies, 3 steps slowly towards the curve. Slowly.
Wow, her back right here. Her back is insane.
Which competitor are we pointing at here?
Number 93.
93, yes.
She's
Nice
got a great,
lats.
yeah, great.
Ties into a really small waist.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Which one was 19 years old, Sammy?
Yeah, I think we have a really young competitor here.
Yeah, I know Sammy said one of them was 19. It's a teen.
That was number 59.
59,
That,
okay.
Yeah, that's Haley. She's 19.
Wow. Again, a young gal hanging in the open category.
Yes, as a teen. Basically just a
Yeah.
teen, yeah.
Also, this goes to show you can do this at any age. You have people on stage that, you have 19 years old,
Right.
and you have people that are 50 plus, all competing right next to each other.
Yeah.
Number 66 is president number 49.
All right. Moving people from the wings here.
Number 106 switch places with number 32. Number 93 can also join number 106. Ladies, please call.
Again, we have multiple call-outs being had here, multiple rounds of comparison.
Yeah. This will be a hard one to judge. Definitely.
And then number 65, Nelly, that is one of Marcus's clients of 2020 Physique. She has a whole team here.
Oh, he has a big team here.
Big
does.
team, big team.
Like you said earlier, he's taking that team award very seriously. And it's great to see, too, Marcus of Team 2020 Physiques, a pro competitor himself, competing tomorrow, but he is out here coaching up his athletes today. Just shows you the true camaraderie of the sport. You hear these stories of bodybuilders, they don't like to talk to anybody before they're competing. That couldn't be further from the truth.
No.
These athletes are out here, some of them are out here marketing themselves, some of them are out here cheering on their clients. And this is a full weekend here. The Florida State Natural and the Florida Pro.
The cool thing about it is that it's a 2-day event, so Marcus has that advantage to actually
I love that.
work with his clients on
Yes.
one day and actually concentrate on being a professional athlete the next day.
I do love that 2-day aspect of this show because, you know, if we tried to run the full amateur and the full pro event in one day, we'd all be here till 3 in the morning.
Yes.
Due to the volume of competitors, to give them all the proper time on stage. And that's going to do it for the bikini short class of 10. Incredible ladies.
Yes, it was.
That's
Good
awesome.
class.
Okay, so,
So cool.
one of my favorites is coming out, number 50. She hasn't been on stage yet. She is competing as a pro. So she must be a master's pro. Let's see. I've never personally seen her on stage, but I've been following her, and I know she recently competed, and I love the look she brought to the stage. So let's see. I've pegged her as one of my favorites today. Now we got Lauren Hale coming out, number 15, and she's competing with her husband and her mother-in-law today. Which
That's
we referred to that
awesome.
earlier. So this will be my first time seeing her on stage as well.
Nice.
And yeah, so I think we've seen the other two.
It's going to be a great photo op on the main stage.
Smiling on
We're getting
camera.
ready to bring them up at the conclusion of the next class. Now I'm going to give it back over to Mr. Abraham.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, so we have the last class of the morning here. Open bikini. This is the tall category, where you have 4 stunning ladies here. So just because this is a smaller class does not mean it's going to be easier to judge by any means. This is still going to be some work.
Yes,
There's the
man,
air
I
horn.
agree with you. That number 50 is, and that red is,
Yeah, she stands
On
out right away.
point, right.
You see the shoulders,
yes, your eyes
the shoulder
going
to
straight
waist
to it.
ratio, and her conditioning.
Yeah.
First step towards the curve.
And again, here's the stage walk to show their personality. And again, just another analysis of conditioning. As my guy Todd said to my right here, the only thing you want moving is the feet walking there.
That's it.
That's
So
all
when
you want to
stop,
move.
Everything needs to stop too.
Bingo.
All right, ladies. 5 steps towards the judges.
And this is why we split up categories, you know, because we did have just the open bikini short. You know, if we were to try to compare these taller athletes with them, for one, we'd have 14 athletes on the same stage, which would be quite tough to handle.
Right.
And two, the physiques are just so different, you know, between a taller athlete. You know, these are, you know, some longer framed athletes. You know, their shoulder to waist ratio does appear more impressive on the surface just because they are taller. Which again, it'll be interesting to see in the overall tonight, the short winner versus the tall winner, and see how those physiques stack up against each other for the overall bikini champion today.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves,
I think Kim was saying that he has a 2-day event.
Yep.
5 steps towards the judges.
Coming up in
Tampa.
late August there.
Yeah, Tampa Strength.
The AMBF Tampa show, another show down here in Florida, another 2-day event coming to the Sunshine State. Might have to fly down just to hang out for that one. I'll use any excuse to come to Florida, man. Use any excuse to come to Florida.
It's another good class.
It's a great class here. Again, they're all hitting the back pose with a hand on the waist there, but they're all doing it a little bit differently too, which is interesting to see in bikini. It's the importance of proper presentation for each person. See, their hands are all in slightly different placements, even though they're all hitting the pose the same. It's all slightly different to the specs of their physique.
Right.
Oh, Kent just said we're hired for the AMBF Tampa show, so I think we're stuck coming to Florida, and that's going to do it for the open bikini tall class, and that's actually going to do it for our morning classes for prejudging here. So finals is going to begin at 4 p.m. tonight, where you will see everybody's individual routines. You will see awards, you will see overalls, and you will see some newly crowned professional competitors.
Yeah.
That you don't want to miss. I'm excited for all these overalls that are coming up. We got a lot of interesting overalls to be had between different weighted competitors, different heighted competitors. It's going to be awesome to see. So definitely don't want to miss that. Finals will be coming up 4 p.m. Eastern time. We'll see y'all then.
See you guys then.
Peace.